Welcome to More Geek Than Gay. Hi, I'm Edward. Now, we had technical difficulties last week. That's how come you're seeing me with the headphones on right now. We think we got them all straightened out, but that means that we have like 2 weeks worth of stuff. It may just be a couple days, it may be a month, I don't know. But for us, 2 weeks. It's all relative and quantum and wormhole-y. But with 2 weeks worth of stuff, I just better shut up and get to the theme music.
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Bastard. Wiggly woggly, tiny whiny stuff.
And welcome to More Geek Than Gay. Hi, I'm Edward.
Oh,
and
I'm Karen. I'm Karen.
Yeah. She always forgets me to say hello, I am. And I'm Joseph.
Hi.
Looking very dark and ethnic here.
Yes, we're trying out a new old scenario because we were here the first time.
Yes.
And fixing everything up from last week when we recorded like a whole hour and a half and nothing. You couldn't hear a thing.
You heard us, Karen laugh.
Yeah, you heard Karen laugh. And you heard every once in a while like sausages and then they laugh and then you'd see me lean over and turn things off. And you missed the whole pre-tape thing that we were doing when we were testing microphones, and we found out that Joseph doesn't know Tigra and Bunny or the Boom. You've turned off your microphone again.
I didn't do
She
anything.
didn't even touch it.
Wow, okay. See, then don't move it.
Don't move it.
Yeah, now you're back on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah, I told you.
can't touch it, I can't move it, and
Yeah.
then it'll work.
Yeah, you have the touchy one, but it's the one that I can use to separate you out, because it's actually the best one, but it's oddly touchy. And that way I can separate you out and adjust your volume.
Because you're the quiet one of us three.
Okay. Well, I will try not to move it or touch it or any of those things.
And make sure you hold it around the base.
And bass.
We like the cars that go boom. We're
Tigra
and Bunny,
and
we
we
like
like
the
the
boom. Because the S is for super, and the U is for unique. The P is for perfection, because you know that we are freaks. The E is for exotic, and the R is for rap. So
those nosy people just to stay the hell
back. Supersonic. Dabba 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 dabba.
The fact that
The fact that you remember that from the 80s is scary enough.
What? See, you're moving. There you go.
you can't help but remember it.
Yeah,
it's so catchy.
We'll work on that for next week. We'll figure out where the
strap
touchiness
me down or something.
is. Well, what I'll do is I'll figure out where the touchiness is, and because that actually is the best mic.
Okay, maybe you know what? Maybe I need it on a stand so that
Maybe I do have a stand for it.
I
too.
don't.
But you'd have
move
to
it
like
around.
keep leaning forward. It's like,
And then that would show off your
hello, my name is Karen.
That's okay.
Boobs. Boom.
As long as
Yeah, you've moved. Yeah, you've still moved. You have not recovered from moving yet.
All right, so now we're done.
There, I think you recovered now. Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Okay, so...
Yes, this thing.
Oh, yes, you've moved. Now you've not moved again. I told you it's touchy. I need to find out where the touchiness is. There's something connection-wise that is touchy with that one, and I haven't figured it out. I thought it was the switch,
Okay,
but
well,
apparently it's not the switch.
I'm not going to move at all. I'm going to try very hard not to move.
Yeah. So, hey,
Let's do the week in review.
that was the week that was.
The last 2 weeks that were.
The last 2 weeks that were. Yeah.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
not going to... You know what? I have as much this week as I did last week.
Me too.
I got more.
Well, you got actually... You got an apartment now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you got there. So, yeah. Yeah, you moved.
Ah!
Yeah, you've stopped moving, so that's good. No, you moved.
I didn't move. I swear. You know what? Look at.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
If you know what, anyone who's
base.
going
It's
to
the
be
base.
watching this will tell you that I didn't move.
Yeah, something about the base. I don't know what it is.
Oh, so don't
I'm
put
not
your hand around
touching
the
it
base
either.
anymore.
I'm not saying that you did.
Look
I'm
it,
just saying.
I'm not
saying that.
touching
I'm
it.
not saying you're touching it. I'm just
I'm
saying
not
it's the
touching
base.
you.
I'm just saying I'm just saying it's the base.
Maybe
Okay?
we should put her back on the other mic, and you could have that mic.
We might have to do that.
Yeah,
We might have to do that,
after the next
'cause-
bumper, because that's not
Yeah.
fair to Karen.
No,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm totally okay with this. I'll just stay stiff and dry. Just try desperately to not move.
Well, all I could tell is I ain't going to touch that mic.
Well, this one doesn't have your
Well-
name on it either.
I know this one does.
Yeah. So, Joseph, regale us with your weeks.
Let's see. Joshua Tree moved.
Joshua Tree moved.
Yes, we had our first food box distribution this past Wednesday, and we are at 214 East Willetta at the First Congregational United Church of Christ.
I got to see it. It's big.
Yeah.
6 rooms. It's huge. And everybody's in air conditioning. Yes.
Oh, it's so sad. Oh, that's not. Yes. Yeah, that's not what's. It's not the church that's sad. It's. There we go. It's something. I don't know what it is.
It's a loose connection.
It's something there.
Should I maybe hold it tight on there, or
Maybe.
you think
Maybe if
to
you- maybe
act
you
as
hold
a
the base-
as support.
Yeah.
this?
The top.
Like if I gripped it
There
like
you
this?
go. Yeah, grip it like that, baby. Okay, so Mickey doesn't understand these references, so that's good.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, she correctly understood it as 3 gay men and
10 cats.
Yes, she correctly
When I
understood that.
mentioned you 2 weeks ago when I said that there's three
Uh-huh.
gay guys and 10 pussies.
Yeah. Which,
Right
how
on.
else are you going to understand that?
Well, yeah, that's what it means.
That's clearly.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, Josh, which we moved, we had our first distribution this past Wednesday. This upcoming Wednesday, we're going to have our blessing and dedication.
Awesome.
I thought that was
At
the Sunday. I thought that's what you did. I thought you did
No.
presentation and a blessing today.
No,
Oh, just a presentation?
no, that's something different.
Oh, okay.
And then, let's see. Friday, I actually went to First Friday, the art walk
Oh yeah.
downtown, because my friend Rick, his coworker, she belongs to the, and now this is the paper I didn't bring, and I'm going to say the group's name wrong. Friends of Frida, I believe it is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Or
It's a whole
Frida-
bunch of women with one eyebrow.
Yeah, they dress up. And
What?
There are a whole bunch of women that dress up as Frida, the Mexican artist,
Okay.
and they,
Calio or
I can't say her last name, so I just say
never
Frida.
remember. Yeah.
And they do her work, or they paint in the style of her.
Okay.
And they have an art exhibition at the Phoenix Public Main Library.
That's
Going on
interesting.
for the month of July, and we went to the artist reception on Friday night, and it was really some nice stuff, and not that too expensive. There was a couple pieces that I wanted to buy for $100.
So are
That's
they
not very expensive at all.
are they there every Friday? Every first Friday?
No,
This was
it
a
just
special
this-
one.
this
Okay.
for the month of July, because on Saturday the 6th was July 6th was Frida's actual birthday.
Okay.
So it was nice. Had a good time. Haven't been to First Friday Art Walk since 5 years. It was like the beginning of when Edward and I were together.
Wow.
I used to go all the time when I lived downtown.
We went one time to see your brother's show. We did.
Was that on the first Friday?
I think so, or something like that. Yeah, we were down there because that's why we parked down there by the old.
I didn't think that was first
theater.
Friday.
And then we were down there with the court.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the court thing.
Yeah. So okay, first
and let's
Friday.
see, First Friday. Good news. I've got some good news, and
Good
hopefully by next week I'll have even better news. But I got a phone call last Monday. I have a job interview with Compete Magazine.
Wow.
Yeah. They called me.
Wow.
They headhunted me.
That's awesome.
So unless I really, really screw it up at my interview, I basically got a job.
That sounds
because
great.
they came to me.
And that would mean that he's working for 2 magazines.
That is
Compete
so cool.
and In Dutch.
And yeah,
He'll have 2 bosses.
Yeah, and Compete
2
is
bosses.
and Compete Magazine
That
is a
doesn't sound good.
gay and lesbian sports magazine.
Yeah. That's why they
So
compete.
it's a lesbian sports magazine. I'm just
Actually,
saying.
they're pretty. You know,
I mean, can we be realistic here?
It's a lesbian sports magazine and a gay exercise magazine. Is that what you're trying to say?
but isn't it?
Jogging.
Not really.
You know. No.
but Compete was big enough that 2 years ago they got Ben Cohen to come to town for a
Yeah?
presentation. You know who he is, right?
I don't know who that is. I'm
Ben
sorry.
Cohen is a straight UK rugby superstar.
Okay, that's why
And his
I don't
brother's
follow
gay.
rugby.
Yeah, and his brother's gay. So ever since his brother came out, he's been a huge ally and activist.
Okay.
For the
I
LGBT.
think that's really cool.
Yeah, but they brought him over from the UK. So this is not like a little.
Well, no,
thing.
no,
But
I
I'm just
didn't-
saying in
I
general,
didn't
it's
mean it
not
like
enough.
that. I just meant like
You know,
I don't-
it does seem to be. You're allowed to move and everything. It's good. It seems to be working good now that
I'm
you're holding
holding
it by
it.
the base.
yeah.
Yeah.
Base.
And then, on the on 4th of July, Archie, Edward, myself, as well as my Aunt Pauline and my mom, we went to brunch at Bitsy Mama's.
Yeah, you said you guys were going to go to brunch.
Yes, and
And
you
you
said
and-
that it was too early for you.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. One of these days, when I haven't been to sleep yet, I will be over there early enough to enjoy the green chili omelet.
Oh, so good. The green chili omelet. Love their green chili omelet.
I had the red, white, and blue waffles.
What's red, white, and blue about them? Did they have like strawberries on them? Or
Strawberries,
Strawberries.
blueberries, and whipped cream.
Yum! That sounds delicious.
Yeah, but the way it was a line of blue, a line of red, and a line of white.
So they can do these again for Bastille Day.
Yes, exactly. That looks like a French flag. That doesn't look like the American.
Oui, oui, soufflé.
But another thing
We just lost all of our French listeners
Yeah.
right there
Oh, one of them.
because of our.
You. Not
Well,
us.
she weaved our souffle.
She wee-weed, yeah.
She weed on a souffle.
Oh, you know what? I took 3 years of French, and the only thing I know how to say is les poissons.
Omelette du fromage.
Oh.
Je ne parle pas français. Yeah, I know how to say those things. Which, you know what happens when you say to someone, je ne parle pas français? They start speaking to you in French.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, if you guys have no idea, I just said, I do
I
not
do not
speak
speak French. Yeah.
And then they just start rambling at you in French. And I'm like, no, no, no.
Well, it's only
No,
because-
no. No, soufflé. Je
I
ne
was thinking
parle pas français.
See, I thought you were saying I want French fries because, papa, like potato.
Je parle anglais. Je parle Spanish.
that was
Espagne. I don't know. I don't know how to say. I do. What is? I do not know how to say. What is this word? Spanish.
actually that was really good. That was a really good like imitation.
Faux French.
Faux French.
faux
Yeah.
Yeah. I learned from the best. Inspector Clouseau.
Oh, well, there you go.
But the real one, not the. Even though I love Steve Martin, not the
Not
Steve
the
Martin,
faux one.
not the faux Clouseau.
Well, there's 3 different Clouseaus.
No, the other one was his son.
It's still not a Clouseau. It's not the original.
Well, I guess he's, and he only appeared once. No one remembers him. No one counts the son of the Pink Panther.
Well,
True, true.
apparently someone did remember.
Thank
Well,
you,
okay,
only
yeah.
because it was on TV this last week.
That's like people remembering that. No, there's another Herbie movie. No one remembers the one with Lindsay Lohan.
Apparently you just did.
Yeah.
It doesn't count. It's a false memory.
And then today was a busy ass day. Sorry, Mickey, but today was a very busy day tonight for me.
He had a very busy donkey.
Yes. This morning, I was at the 9 a.m. Community Church of Hope worship service
Wow.
because they are doing, for the month of July, a food drive for Joshua Tree called Christmas in July.
Yay.
So the pastor, Patrick Stout, asked if we could be there, and during the middle of the service, I got on stage and had one of those little, oh, look, I'm a Madonna microphones.
Wow.
And
I always think of it. I'm Britney.
Madonna's first.
She was first. And they both had the pointy
that's
boobs.
a really ugly look.
It was.
That was a really ugly look.
I despise Britney.
See,
I would rather him say Gaga, because
See?
Lady Gaga also does that, or even Justin Bieber.
Beaver.
Is it Beaver?
Beaver.
I don't think it's Beaver.
Actually, it's Justine Bieber.
It's.
He looks like a lesbian, I swear.
I don't think his name is Beaver.
It's Justine Bieber. But so here I am on stage with Reverend Patrick Stout and talking about Joshua Tree and stuff like that. And then no sooner did that service is done, I had to head over to just down the street from here for the GLAD board meeting where we set up the whole season for all 16 weeks.
Oh, this is for the Dart League.
For the Dart League, yes. And I got home. I left the house at 8:30 and I got home at 5:30.
Something like that, yeah.
Wow, so you had a full day today.
He did, and now he's here.
Wow.
And my
Yeah.
foot is really hurting because I was wearing dress shoes for the
Oh, goodness.
and you
haven't
can't
been-
wrap it up
you,
when you're
well,
wearing dress
you
shoes.
just haven't been able to give it a rest, have you?
You know, if you have a hurt foot, a lot of people understand when you, like, wear sneakers or, like, you don't even wear a shoe on that foot.
Yeah, yeah.
I get 'em out.
And you have
It's
to
already
say
bad
things
enough that
like-
the
Hop,
white
hop.
socks aren't white. Look at that. Look how dirty these socks look.
They're gray on the bottom. That's how we bought them.
Yeah, you know what? They look white to me. I don't know. My glasses, I cleaned them, so I think they're
Look
white.
at her flip-flops.
I
Right?
I prefer
Compare those
I
to
prefer
the...
white
trust-
where it
yours are,
glows
like,
in the dark.
iridescent compared to the white flip-flops that she wears.
Yeah, the
Maple.
white flip-flops.
Air quotes.
and that was
Um,
my week.
And your week, Karen?
Well, I got great news on Tuesday. Went to
Tuesday.
He thinks we're at a
we went to get the new apartment.
New apartment.
And seriously?
See what I have to put up with? He will do that while watching TV, and it'll be a commercial, and he'll repeat it.
Just this echo, like,
Yes.
don't do it. I saw your face. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
So anyway,
And he wonders why I go to bed early.
we went in. Filled out the application and did all the stuff that we had to do. And the lady called before we even got home. We weren't gone from there 5 minutes before she called and said everything's approved and we'll see you on the 9th of August.
9th
Very
of
cool.
August.
Seriously? Again?
Seriously.
It's okay. When I was
took a
talking,
breath.
he was dancing on this chair.
I was. Holla. Throw your hands in the air. Like,
No, I don't care.
where's the roof? We don't need no roof. Okay.
No, it's just this. Is this? This is the one that's closer.
Yes.
Yes. We are. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and say it because, whatever.
Major cross streets.
12th Street and Glendale.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be closer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where you were.
Yes.
With the Sean and the Norm.
Yes. Yeah, that's where we used to live before. So
Yeah.
it's a very nice neighborhood. It's a very nice.
It's very
neighborhood.
pleasant. It is. My week consisted of work.
See, and I
That's
worked.
pretty much
I
it.
worked this weekend too, but
I
my finger's better.
I was going to say you're not wearing the brace,
Oh,
so
hey.
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yay, better thing finger.
So so I can give a thumbs up for my
In general?
thumb. Yeah, just because now it works.
Although I will say one thing. I did find one thing real quick before I got here that won't apply to it. Because the only other things I did during my week will probably be discussed in the other stuff because, I'm a geek.
Okay.
So, but while looking for a pad of paper, which was oddly difficult to do, I found this.
What the heck is that?
Wow.
The Taco Bell.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Who
Yeah.
worked at Taco Bell?
Dimitri was he an assistant manager? Or
Yes.
lead or something
And
at Taco Bell?
Our neighbor,
And look,
Robbie.
I now know page 28 has the list of all ingredients in each menu item.
Yes.
Except for probably doesn't have those like crappy new things that celebrity chef made. Those
And
things suck. Don't eat them. There are so many good things at Taco Bell and I don't care if the beef is beef, air quote. I enjoy that beef. I think they put cocaine in it. You will wake up in the middle of the night craving that beef, but I am fine with that. You keep doing that, Taco Bell. Don't try to be artistic.
Blackjack thing.
Oh, and I'm bitter about you guys. Bring back the blackjack and bring back my salsa.
The green.
No, not the green. It was the one in the dark red. The asado, adobo. Bring back the adobo and the blackjack tacos.
Bring back chicken ranchero tacos. That avocado ranch sauce
And the bell
was
beefer.
the bomb.
The bell beefer too. It was like a little hamburger with all the taco ingredients in it.
Okay, that's creepy.
I never heard
I think
of
that's
that.
weird.
That
I
sounds
never heard
something
of that
like
before.
Del
Greg Proops and I remember it.
See, I remember that. Now, so I was so happy that they still have the enchilito.
Well, they brought it back.
I
See,
know.
now I
Yeah.
want Taco Bell.
I want Taco Bell really
do.
badly.
There's one down the street.
Yeah, well,
Just
I'm poor.
so you know.
This was my thing. As I now can look up the ingredients and make my own Taco Bell at home. All I need is some quote beef end quote an ounce of cocaine to put in the quote beef end quote. Oh no, I'm wrong. It's heroin.
Oh,
yeah, see there, third line down. Yeah, it's right above cheese blend.
You know that would be. That would
right
mean that you
above
would actually have to
cheese
cook.
blend.
Hey, I made you breakfast this morning. Did I not make you breakfast this morning
Yes,
to
you
make
made
sure
me a
you?
breakfast sandwich. Yes.
I made him a breakfast. I whipped up an egg and chopped up some peppers in it and onions and toasted him a little sandwich bun.
Hamburger bun.
And I put
So you don't
cheese
really
in.
even know what you did.
I don't. I just wandered into the kitchen and slapped things together, and I thought it looked really nice and it seemed like it should be tasty.
It was good. And
See?
that was the last thing. That was the only thing I ate until I got home at 5:30.
Yeah. That's
not
how come I
good.
wanted to make sure he ate because I knew
That's
what
not a
was gonna
good
happen.
situation. You really shouldn't be going like that without food. That's not good for you.
I had no money to get food, and
You should have packed a lunch.
and have it sit in the car while I'm at a church service.
Peanut butter and
Ew.
jelly.
That would go
Okay,
bad.
that's friggin' disgusting.
Peanut butter and jelly doesn't go
He had
bad.
peanut
What
butter
are
and
you-
jelly
what are you
the
gonna
other
just
night
tell me?
while sitting in
I-
bed.
What are you going to use peanut butter and jelly? Are you not?
You
like, do
you
not
don't
have an
remember
inner
that I
6-year-old?
hate peanut butter?
Oh no, I don't.
Yeah, I hate
I
peanut
had the
butter.
memory noise. Oh yeah, no, I don't remember that
remember
at all.
that. Yeah, no, I don't like peanut butter. Blah. Now just jelly on bread. That's awesome.
Okay, well there you go. So, I guess that's our week.
That's the week.
Yeah,
That's the
Or 2 weeks.
yeah. So now it's on to geek stuff. Yay!
Yay!
What's on Karen's TV? So,
What was on Karen's TV?
Today was Muriel's wedding.
I hate that movie.
Why? Why do you
I
hate
like the
Muriel's
soundtrack.
wedding?
I like the soundtrack.
Oh, it's a great soundtrack.
Well,
It's
ABBA,
great
of
music because it's
course.
ABBA, yeah.
Yeah.
But she's just a repulsive, horrible person who deserves everything that comes to her.
Okay,
Everything bad that comes to her.
she was downtrodden. Her own dad told her she was useless, for God's sake. I mean,
And she proved him right.
and she she just wanted someone to be nice to her and to like her. I mean,
I saw that movie after people were like going, "Oh, I love this movie," and Bridget Jones' Diary, and I saw Bridget Jones' Diary, and I went, "Oh, well, this is cute." And then I saw Bridget Jones Strikes Back, and I went, "Well, not as good, but it's cute."
Back.
I'll give Muriel's Wedding a try, and I'm like, "Oh my God, this girl has no redeeming values whatsoever, other than good taste in music."
You know what? I really thought that I kind of felt sorry for her, and yeah, I kind of felt sorry for her. And
I only like it.
And I think the story is cute.
As she steals all her father's money and
Even her
and
gay
then-
friends were
runs away
annoying.
And then she gets and then she marries
to
a guy
everybody.
that she doesn't even know. Like,
lies to everybody that she meets. She's a lovely human being.
It sounds like other people we know as well, though.
I don't know. See, when you say it like that, it does sound terrible. But I thought the story.
How else
was
would
really,
you describe the plot?
I
Okay,
thought the story
now,
was really cute.
When you look at the
funny
cover-
thing. The cover says it's a Miramax classic.
Yes,
What year was it?
90 something.
It's a frisky, crowd-pleasing laughs, uproarious, enormously funny.
I don't see anything that says the date.
I don't know.
Look on the bottom here somewhere.
There used to be a Siskel
That's
and
what I'm
an
looking-
Ebert when this was happening.
But for them to call it a Miramax classic, that's just scary.
Well, okay, it was made in the 90s, and so that
And
would
it's
make
Australian.
it that would make it nearly 20 years old. So
Is
yeah,
that a classic?
well,
Well, I guess bad movies could be classics too. Huh?
Howard the Duck.
That is
There
not
you
a
go.
classic.
That is
oh,
such
it
a
most
classic.
certainly is.
Oh my god.
Eggs! Oh my God, that's... There is nothing not to love-hate about that movie.
Well, when you...
I'm going to put Howard the Duck in the same category as Showgirls.
Yes.
Oh.
And Three
Hi.
Insult to Showgirls.
Oh, it's high camp. It's awesome.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's cheesily bad.
It is so bad. It is wonderful.
Well, now that I gave you the DVD of Up, you'll have to watch that.
Yes, I'm going to watch
Yeah.
that, and I'll talk about it next week. And I'll tell everyone whether or not I cried.
3 different spots.
I'm going to say that I'm not going to cry, but we'll see. I'm going to keep my...
Watch it with
I'm
your
gonna
mom and
say-
tell us
I'm gonna
if
keep
your
my-
mom cried.
I will.
I think there's at best going to be one spot for her.
You know
at
what?
best.
I'm going to keep an open mind.
And I think it's going to be the last one. I think it's going to be the very last cry spot.
The button.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be the first one. I don't think it's going to be the second. I think it's going to be the last one.
Okay.
That's
Well,
when I
we'll
think
have
it's
to
going to
see.
hit her. I don't think the first two are going to hit her at all. I think she's just going to go, whatever. Everything nice movie, but why'd they try to make me cry there? I don't care. Yeah. But the third one is going to hit her out of the blue.
Okay,
For those of you who do not know, last week, the episode that you did not get,
The
We-
episode
we
that
had-
dare not speak its name.
yeah, we watched Up. Or I was watching Up before we came here to record, and I was talking about it, and Karen's never seen it.
Yeah,
Never
I
saw
had
it, so
never
I brought
seen
her
it.
the DVD to see. And I cry at 3 different spots in that movie.
Okay, well, I'm going to...
I even got Misty at 3 different
And he
spots.
has
in
no
the
heart.
I
He's
have
like
a
the Tin
heart.
Man.
I have a heart.
No, he's more like the Grinch. It's just 2 sizes too small.
Sadly, I'm not arguing that one.
You can't argue that.
No,
though.
I
He's-
have a
he's
heart.
Sitting
It's
there,
just-
thinking about
like
it.
Big.
I'm like going, okay, I have a heart.
But it's... Yeah.
But I really do hate those Whoville people. God, they're
Raw
the
roast beast is
I know,
a
just
feast
who-
that you can't stand in the least.
not at all. Not at all.
I'd like to try it.
That puppy better be barbecued.
You know what? I'm gonna say
Barbecued
that
beast.
I'm a fan of raw roast beast.
I would
Rare
love to try it.
roast beast.
Da, 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 all day long. Oh.
Oh, Lord. Okay, sorry. I'll stop.
Well, it is Christmas in July.
Oh,
there
my
we
God.
go.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is what's
What's
on
on?
Karen's TV. Movies.
That annoys me almost as much.
Hey!
We're back.
We're back. We have not seen a movie. We have not gone out and seen World War Z, nor have we gone out and seen Monsters U
Or Despicable Me 3, Despicable Me 3, or Lone
Two.
Two.
It's two.
Yeah, Despicable
Or Lone
Me
Ranger.
2.
Well,
You
I
know
wasn't
what? I'm
gonna
going to
go see Lone
say
Ranger.
skip Lone Ranger.
Yeah, I wasn't going to go see Lone
I'm going to
Ranger.
say skip Lone Ranger.
You know, our friend Gini Koch writes for she has a movie blog.
Mm-hmm.
And I read her
Hi, Jenny.
review of Despicable Me 2 and Lone Ranger. And she was okay with Lone Ranger. She had loved Despicable Me 2.
The first one was awesome, so I can't see how the second one's going to be bad.
Yeah.
To me, it's all about the minions. I didn't care about the kids. I didn't care about Gru. I wanted the minions. But then in Toy Story, I loved the little green arm. Not the green army men, but the green aliens.
Oh, the Martians.
The Claw.
Oh.
The Claw.
Anyways,
But last night we did watch a
2
movie,
nights
though.
ago.
Was it
Friday
2 nights
night.
ago? Oh, okay. Friday night we did watch a movie. Dun, dun, dun. Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
The 1970s version.
Yes, the 70s version. Now, this is the second of 4 versions of this movie.
Okay.
There was the original black and white.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then there was this one with an all-star cast,
I know.
actually. Donald Sutherland, Leonard Nimoy, Jeff Goldblum. I mean, Jeff Goldblum was nobody when this came
When
out.
it came out,
Most
but
of
yeah,
them were
but
nobodies.
Well, Veronica Cartwright.
Yeah,
And
okay,
you
so
learn
3 people.
And Brooke Adams, she was actually
Was she
like
big at
I think
that time?
I think she was kind of an up and comer at that time, yeah, like an ingenue or something. Then there's another version that comes out that came out that takes place on a military base with
I don't know that one.
Meg Tilly's Jennifer Tilly. Wait, okay, which one's Bride of Chucky?
that's Jennifer.
That's Jennifer.
So it has Meg Tilly in it. And she gives like the 30-second best speech of the whole movie, which, I mean, I know that sounds bad, but it's really chilling where she does. And the movie's okay. It's not these two. If these two didn't exist, you'd be like, oh, no, okay. And then there's the fourth version, which stars the former Miss Tom Cruise.
Mimi Rogers?
No, the second one.
Nicole
the blonde
Kidman.
Nicole Kidman, and that one's just called Invasion.
You know what? I think I saw previews for that one. I've never actually seen it, but I
And
think I've seen previews for it.
That one's really weird because it kind of flips the ending on its ear. And again, it's not bad. It's not good. It's okay. It's watchable. It's not, don't expect greatness from it at all. And I've actually even read the original book, which mere moments ago I would have been able to tell you who wrote it. And I cannot remember his name. He does a lot of actual time travel book type stuff, playing with the idea of changing time and everything. But he did Invasion of the Body Snatchers. We have yet to see that movie, that book filmed.
Really?
Yeah. They touch. Actually, there's like a scene in this movie, the second one, where you actually start getting some of the. It's almost taken word for word from the book.
Okay.
But then it just goes off left.
Then
And
it turned into Hollywood.
Well, and I don't even mean it in a bad way. Each movie is about a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the book is about something else entirely. Jack Finney. Jack Finney, that's the name of the guy who did it.
Is it related to Albert?
Not that I'm aware of. But, and his original one is called Invasion of the Snatchers. I think it's just Snatchers. Body Snatchers. It's called Body
It's
Snatchers.
just called Body Snatchers.
It's just called the Body Snatchers, and I think they later added the Invasion of to reprints. But fun movie. I forgot how surprisingly effective it is, and the special effects I think actually still hold up fairly well.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, when Brooke Adams is all vegetized, really cool. And then she just walks around naked for like the remainder of the movie that she's in. And here's the trick, though, and I have to give credit to where credit's due. Patrick from the Scream Queens podcast. It's a horror podcast that I like listening to. He had done a review of this, and he pointed out that if they had listened to Veronica Cartwright's character, they would have lived. She was right every turn in this movie. It's really actually kind of an interesting, amusing part of the movie when you look at it from that angle. Because you have this guy you have Donald Sutherland, who's a health inspector, and you assume he has some sort of college education. They kind of imply that. Brooke Adams is a scientist. Leonard Nimoy is a psychologist. Jeff Goldblum is this up-and-comer philosophical writer type dude. I think there's like another person in there who's like all, and she is just like an attendant at a spa, and she's the one who's right. And they just dismiss her and like just keep talking, and like every moment she's the one that's right.
No, she's the one in Witches of Eastwick, right?
Yes,
The one
and
who throws up all the cherry.
Okay.
Same actress.
she's also the other lady in Alien.
Yes, you know how there was two.
Okay.
And she was actually originally supposed to be Ripley.
Really?
Yeah, but they decided at the last minute to go in a different direction. Yeah, and she also was, her sister, Angela Cartwright, was Lost in Space.
Oh.
And she was she the Sound of Music girl? I think she's Sound of Music.
Yeah, she was Sound of Music.
Yeah, she's one of the
She's
Sound of
a-
Music children.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and she's actually done a whole bunch of other stuff too. It was really quite amazing. Her sister basically stopped and retired and everything, but Veronica, she's doing stuff. Oh, probably.
You know, Lost in Space.
Do you think she gets all that Irwin Allen money?
Probably.
Do you think there's that much? I don't know. But good movie. Go hunt it down. It was fun. It was scary. Well, it wasn't scary.
Was scary.
Because I've seen it before. Well,
Here.
it could be scary if you haven't seen it, maybe. Because it is kind of creepy. I can see someone finding it scary.
I found it
You moved.
quite creepy.
There you go.
You know what? I just have to grip it tight.
Grip the base tight.
Yeah, I just got to grip it tight. But, you know, I got to tell you, my hand's starting to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So the next bumper, you know.
We can trade
Flick,
next
flick,
time.
flick, flick, flick,
I'll,
flick.
no,
or you
I'll
could
just,
do-
yeah, I'll just.
Or trade hands or something.
Yeah. Well, now that my thumb works.
You could do it like a left and everything. It's like a whole new date.
I know, like a stranger.
Yeah. But, and the topic's kind of interestingly done and all that. It's and like I said, each movie is about something different.
Yeah.
I
I saw this one, I want to say, originally, like, when I was a kid. And then I saw the original later on.
The black and white.
Yeah.
actually have all four at home because I really like the story. And so
And
yeah.
you just like to buy horror films.
I do. I mean, yeah.
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 So I don't
think is a successful blend of science fiction and horror.
I don't own a lot of horror films. Nothing much scares me.
Candyman.
You
have Candyman. I saw
know.
Candyman.
I know, but not because
Candyman.
it scares me.
I've never said it three
Because
times.
that's you want candy, that's why you watch it.
Do I have to say it in a mirror?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So we're not
And you
going
have to
see
say it
Tony
5 times.
It's 5 times?
Yes.
Yeah,
Candyman,
3 times
Candyman.
for Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Or Bloody Mary. Is
Yeah.
it Bloody Mary 3?
Bloody Mary's 3 times.
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, and that's a mirror.
That's a mirror too.
Yeah. And we're not going to see Tony Todd.
Probably not.
Damn it. I like him. So, movies. TV. Ta-da!
Yes, we are.
Am I on?
So, TV. Are you on? I don't know. Say something.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Okay.
you. Okay. I don't really have anything new TV-wise.
Because we're in the summer and there's
Yeah.
not really much.
So there's no new TV.
Yeah. But did
So we go to the 60s.
yes. Ooh.
Stop so they could read it. There you go.
Ooh. I watched the first filmed episode, the second pilot, because this is like actually a rare instance in TV. They had made a pilot, and the network said, no, but make another one. Which Yeah, who does that?
Well, yeah, but I guess it's a good thing because
And then and in the second pilot, there's no Uhura, no Chekhov, because Chekhov doesn't come until second season anyway, and no McCoy. There's some other doctor, and I can't remember his name right now, but because it's the only time you ever see him. And the original one is Where No Man Has Gone Before, with Sally Kellerman and some other dude. And they have really cool contacts. They develop like godlike ESP powers.
Ooh.
And they have these cool contacts, which I love those contacts. They're like shimmery, silvery contact type things, and they're like gods. And he's like the guy who I can't remember the name of. Like he's like going, kneel to me, and Kirk's like going, no, I won't kneel to you. And he's like going, no, and suddenly Kirk's kneeling, and he's like going, kneel to me, pray to me, no. Suddenly Kirk's praying to him because he's a god. And then Sally Kellerman goes, zap. And because she's like going, well, you're kind of being a bad god. I'm a god too, and you're kind of being a bad god. And then they like have a whole little god fight, and then he gets buried on a planet. And then we never see any of or hear reference to those characters ever again. And then I watched the episode that was the actual first episode aired, which is Mantrap, which features the salt monster. It's the one that can appear like anyone, and it looks like McCoy's old girlfriend at first, and they go down to the planet, and everyone's seeing a different person.
Okay, yes,
and then
yes.
It
Now I
sucks
remember.
all the salt out of people because
Yes.
that's how it lives.
I do remember now.
And that's where we get to see, like, actually the crew that we're familiar with, except for Chekhov, because he doesn't appear until the second season. And you get to watch Uhura, like, play with Spock, going, I'm bored. Tell me I'm pretty. Tell me. And you pointy-eared, non-romantic person, get some moons. And so that was cute. Was it like that episode? I think the episodes actually stand better than I thought they would. I haven't watched Star Trek in a while, and I think those two actually stand fairly strong.
When I would watch old reruns, they stand up pretty well. Well, it's good storytelling. And
It
so
is.
it stands up pretty good.
And then we actually watched the Mirror Universe episode. Mirror.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Yeah,
you
you've seen it. Everyone's seen it.
Okay.
It's the one with
It's bad Spock because he has got GA.
Yes. Okay.
and
That's
and,
Spock.
and
look,
sexy
bad
Uhura,
Spock.
sexy
Sexy
Uhura
Uhura.
with the midriff
Yes.
and a knife. I'll stab you.
Yes.
And Sulu with
Tell
the
me I'm
scar.
pretty. Tell me I'm pretty, or else I stab you. Yeah, and well, but we put that one in because I wanted him to.
put that in. You put that in.
Well, yeah, okay, because he had seen Yeoman Rand in the Mantrap, and he's like going, "Is that the wig you want Chachi to have?" And I'm like going, "No, that's blonde." This is the wig I want you to have. And we had to go find Kirk's woman in the Mirror Universe, Dr. Moreau, with kind of a Yeoman Rand version, except for it's a little bit further back, not as complicated of a weave technique here, almost more of a Snooki-ish.
Bump.
Almost a bump. Yeah, but I mean, actually, it's really cool. Love that hair and everything. She's like one of the hottest women ever in Star Trek, okay? And they had
One
Yvonne
of the five
Craig.
for you.
No, she's not one of the five.
I thought she was.
Oh, no. I don't know anything else she ever did outside of that. She's not Yvonne Craig. Come on. But, like, but she's up there as far as Star Trek women go. She's like one of the top 5 in sexy Star Trek women, I'll tell you that. And then later you get to see her with more of a yeoman outfit.
He was crying.
He's crying because he's a spoiled brat.
So, did you like the wigs?
I like the other wig better.
You like
Because
the
the other
blonde
one, yeah, because they had like a
basket
weave.
It has like
Yeah,
a
right where the bump was. They did a basket weave.
Yeoman Rand does have like a basket attached to the middle of her hairdo.
Yeah, no.
That would be cool.
Yeah, no.
And I
You
already
need to see
have
it.
a-
It actually is cooler than
Yeah,
it
no.
sounds.
I
as
have
we're
like
describing.
a 60s style flight attendant dress that's brown and
He
black
does.
and
He does.
beige.
I expect him to bring
So-
us peanuts every time he puts it on.
So
Yes.
having a nice 60s bump that has like a little basket weave pattern in front.
Yeah, no.
So cool.
Yeah,
Very
no.
TWA.
Oh God, I wanted one of those Pan Am flight attendant
Oh.
things. Oh, I wanted one of those.
Are they the ones that wear the little hat?
Yes.
And so they look kind of like the whole on a stick girls.
On a stick.
on a stick.
You know the ones that sell the lemonade and the hot dog on a stick.
Oh,
and
hot
the-
dog
Oh, hot dog on a stick.
And their outfits
Those
always
hats aren't
reminded me
that bad.
kind of.
No, those
No,
hats aren't
those
that bad.
hats were not. No, those hot dog on
I
a.
actually like that TV show though.
I thought it was good. I thought it was good.
Because I always think those girls look like they have some sort of weird, twisted version of a flight attendant outfit.
When I see
No.
those girls, I think of two things. One, I'm
Aw.
sorry,
Yeah.
and the other one is like, are we at the state fair?
You know what? I only think of deliciousness when I see those girls.
Oh, I do love the lemonade.
The
And the corn
lemonade,
dog. I
the
need
lemonade's
a lemonade and a corn dog.
and they make that deep fried cheese on a stick too.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
the corn
good
dog's
stuff.
And then today, because everyone keeps on saying how great the series is, it's
It
the best.
is.
It really
I wouldn't say
isn't.
it's the best, but
Battlestar Galactica,
the new version.
the new one.
I'm
Okay.
gonna say
Every time I
You
tried
like it?
watching it,
the new one.
Yeah,
I
I
know.
did.
I couldn't get into it. It was
You
it
know
was
what?
convoluted.
it is. Do you know?
I didn't like it.
You know what I found out? There is something to the secret that people always say about it. Which, by the way, this is not a way to advertise your favorite TV show and tell me that it's the best thing to ever, because this is a stupid way to have a TV show. I tried watching episodes and never could get into it. Never figured. I'm like going, oh, okay, so there's an imaginary woman in a dress who sometimes is able to do things. What the hell? What is this show about?
Mm-hmm.
You have to watch the original miniseries. If you watch it from the very beginning, it's not bad.
You know,
But you have to
watch
watch that.
You have.
It's
the
like-
prequel.
It's like Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. If you come into the middle of that, those are just three screaming, annoying Australians. But if you come in from the beginning, oh, how heartwarming. Okay. It's just it is a space version of Priscilla. And I do wonder if she ever got tired of wearing that red dress. Because, you know, she's just in his mind or something. I guess they explain it later, how she somehow knows things.
Yeah, because she's a Cylon.
Well, but I mean, she's imaginary. But is she an implant?
Mhm.
Did she
She's-
actually
she's-
implant? Because she teases him with that. And
Yeah, it's an implant because she was real.
she was real. And they had,
And-
like, real Cylon human sex with her glow-in-the-dark spine.
And she killed the baby.
I loved how she killed the baby.
What?
She killed the baby.
Okay,
She's like going,
seriously,
"Oh, it's
you
so
can't
delicate."
just say something like, "I love how she killed the baby."
Yeah,
in
but it was
forum,
it's
like,
a cool scene.
you-
It's a really
Just the way
great scene.
She picks up the baby. And, the mom's like, she goes, "Can I hold the baby?" And it's like, "Oh yeah." They're in a market square that's packed full of people. And she holds it. And it's like, "Oh, she's so pretty and she's
So
so
delicate.
delicate." And snaps its neck and then puts it back in the stroller before the mom even realizes that the baby's dead. And she just
walks away.
That's
She's a Cylon.
She's a Cylon. She doesn't care.
She doesn't
okay,
care.
but
And then
still,
besides that, in 5 minutes,
She destroys the world.
The world is destroyed.
She
So the
tells
baby was
her.
gonna die
She tells her
either way.
boyfriend the whole plan, and just like, well, there's nothing you can do, and da 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 da. And then the explosion
background.
comes,
Yeah,
and the
it-
explosion starts coming, and she's all like going, yeah, da 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 da, duck, and he ducks, and he does manage to live.
Yes.
She saves him, but that's, I think, part of her plan.
Yeah, because by that time she
it's
had
all
already
part of the
planned.
master plan.
Yeah, the Cylons have a master plan in this, and you get to see you get to see a blueprint of the original Cylons from the TV show.
The 70s.
In the
80s.
very beginning, you get to see a blueprint of one because that's what they created, and then you get to see like kind of upgraded versions of those Cylons come out, which are all kind of Terminator-ish,
Skinny
a little,
and
yeah,
buffed out.
and weird flip-out hands, and then comes the hot red dress Cylon, and then later you get to see like 3 of her because she's just a model of Cylon.
But there's 6 different versions.
12.
I thought it was 6.
12. There's 12. 12 is the magic number in Battlestar Galactica. And
And they
also,
don't know that they're Cylons. They're
They
sleeper
don't know.
cells. They're sleeper cells.
Oh, geez.
well, she knew.
She knew.
She was
but
very
most
aware.
of them are sleeper cells.
Yeah. And the interesting thing I read is that a lot of people like go, oh my god, it was so brilliantly planned. Da, 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 da. They were making it up as they went along, just like Lost. There was no plan. They didn't know when they said there was 12 Cylons, they did not know who the 12
Who
were.
they were going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, they just realized it somewhere. Like, I think if I'm right, there's like a big reveal in like the second season,
Yeah.
and they were like going, "Oh crap, we have to reveal someone. Who's it going to be?" And then we have 12 Cylons we have to reveal by the end of this series. So,
Oh, jeez.
but,
Yeah, I really did try to watch it. And I was a huge fan of the original when I was a kid.
Mhm.
And so I thought, oh, it's going to be really good. And I was so excited. And I just couldn't, it just didn't go anywhere for me. And I just got frustrated and was like, okay, this doesn't make any sense. I can't watch it.
Well, one of the things that I have a schedule planned already. I haven't done the 4th day, but there's already a programming schedule coming out that's been posting on my San Diego trip. Which
Oh,
I can't
okay.
really talk about because it's not official.
Yeah.
It's 90% that I'm going to be doing something. But on Thursday morning at 10:30,
It's just creepy, right?
it is.
they're having the 35th anniversary of Battlestar Galactica, and they're having
Why are you
people
licking me?
from the first and the second series. And
Awesome.
I am so going to be there
Little doggy
if
licking
I
me.
get in.
Right. Oh, see,
Another
now
hint
that
of what
would
I'm going to be doing in a week.
That would be great. That would be so cool.
9 days.
Already?
Yeah,
It's coming
I
up
leave
that
on the
quick?
16th, and it starts on the 17th.
Wow.
Preview night is on the Wednesday the 17th.
I feel like this month is going by very quickly.
Wow, preview night pretty much says what you're doing.
But I cannot say officially.
Yeah.
But
The
thank
fact that you
Thank
said
you, Jeannie.
preview night.
Thank you, Jeannie. Thank you, Jeannie. I adore you. I adore you. I adore you.
Okay, I'm sorry, but Chico,
Yeah, little dog
can
just
you
licking
leave
me.
some skin?
Hey, it's not the same as when a cat does it. I am not feeling like there's actually skin being ripped off after about like 3 licks. But yeah, so I think that's TV.
That's TV.
That's TV. It almost sounds like what we're saying
Did you turn it
STD.
off?
He Loves Disney is not a Desilu production. And now, with our
Disney!
Disney news of the week.
All right. Something that was not mentioned last week, but it can be mentioned this week.
Nothing was mentioned
I
last
know.
week, as far as anyone knows.
But the Enchanted Tiki Room just celebrated 50 years.
Scooch in.
Scooch your
Well, just
chair.
bring your
The Enchanted Tiki Room celebrated 50 years.
Yes.
You don't
And-
say.
And that was the
First
first.
Tiki Room. The Tiki.
Yes,
tiki
that was the
room.
first full animatronic show at Disneyland.
It's got a parrot, doesn't it?
It's got a few parrots, and it's got cockatiels, and it's got.
I'm making hand gestures off screen. It's got a parrot, right? There we go.
And it's got talking plants or singing plants as well. And
I thought they just spun.
no, and then they have the wooden
Tikis?
gods.
The tikis?
Yeah, they sing too.
Aren't they the ones that sing? Oh, I thought they were the ones that sang the tiki.
Everybody sings the tiki because that's at the end where everybody sings along with the birdies. Tweet.
In the
That's
tiki
one of the songs, Sing Along with the Birdies.
room. The tiki. That's the only song I know. Actually,
Well, that's
is
the only song
tiki,
that they
tiki,
actually
tiki, tiki
published
room.
out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I don't even know anything past the tiki
And it celebrated
room.
50 years.
Yes, celebrated 50 years just actually 2 weeks ago.
And that's in Disneyland.
Disneyland.
So it's a tiki room with no alcohol.
Wow.
Now Disney World has a different Enchanted Tiki Room. Disney
Is there
World.
alcohol there?
No.
No. How can you have a tiki room without alcohol?
Yeah.
You
Without
get,
flaming drinks?
but you get outside they have fruit smoothies. You could buy Dole fruit smoothies.
Ooh.
Can I sneak in my own rum? To
Right?
Make it an actual
Because I'm
tiki
gonna-
room
yeah.
drink? Yeah.
No, there is no alcohol at Disneyland except for the Club 33.
And would I sneak in?
I'm just going to say
You are
that
not sneaking anything
that
in.
means
I will
that-
kick you out.
I have a little flask.
I'm going to say that means that it is not the happiest place on earth.
Do you need if you need alcohol that often,
Just
then you
kidding.
don't need to go to Disneyland.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I've argued with people about that.
Okay, I agree with the whole, like, if you need alcohol that often. But if you're going to take me to parades, I need alcohol that often.
Which
See, I
leads
love
me
a parade.
Which leads me into the other thing. And I'm putting this out there because that way tens of our fans know.
Our tens of fans.
Last Friday, Edward agreed.
Except for the French ones. Because the French ones
we already
pissed them off and
Yeah.
they stopped watching us.
Sorry.
Edward agreed that we will be going to Gay Weekend the first weekend of October for Gay Weekend Disneyland.
Disneyland has gay weekend,
First weekend
but
of October.
no alcohol.
I don't know what they expect those gays to be doing.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
know. And I don't remember agreeing.
Yes, I gave you a choice.
You
Either
gave
we
me
do
a choice.
Gay night at
I
Magic
didn't
Mountain,
make a
and you said-
decision.
yes, you did. You said Disneyland because you would get more money out of it. Because that was 2 days and Magic Mountain was only one night.
I don't think that actually counted.
Did you make a bang for your buck joke?
Me eliminating Magic Mountain, I don't think was me
was-
deciding Disney.
One or the other. And I
There
said
was
that
the
prior.
possibility of neither.
No, there was never. And you
Wow.
agreed on Disneyland.
There was the possibility of
There
neither.
was never
apparently
neither.
there
was
wasn't.
Never neither.
We could travel back in time and go to Legend City instead.
Which just celebrated
Oh.
its 50th anniversary last month. The 50th anniversary of Legend City.
50th anniversary
That
of a
it does
park
not
that does not
exist
That
exist.
closed in
anymore.
the 80s. Yeah.
Yeah.
That hasn't existed for like 25 of the year.
At least
30, I think.
I'm gonna-
Because
yeah.
you're talking about 19... It closed in 86.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
so,
I want to say it closed like the year that I moved away from here.
so
But they had their 50th anniversary.
Who
The
did?
weekend-
Wallace and Ladmo? Or?
No, Legend City. They had a huge thing
what did they
about
do
it.
for it?
Yeah.
I mean,
I was in Tucson
the
that
plot
weekend, so I
of
don't know.
land, I think, is
Yes,
now
SRP.
Yeah, so you can't even go there and have like a hootenanny or something.
What exactly is a
That's it.
hootenanny?
It's like a shindig.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
So that's all I got for Disney.
Okay.
And we are going in October.
And apparently Disney and Legend City. For those of you who
For
Legend
those of
City-
you who know about Legend City.
Yeah. So
All three
yay!
of the tens of people that watch us.
Yes. Oh yeah. Books. Okay, and while you guys were listening to that lovely thing, we were discussing these weird loops that are on the crotch of my shorts
Which
that
they
we
can't
don't
see
know.
anyways.
Oh well.
Okay, that's just
That's
awkward.
wrong.
Okay.
That's just awkward.
We don't know why they're there. I don't know why. I noticed them like 2
I'm
weeks
going
ago.
to say that they're for repelling.
I was thinking maybe they were for.
But if you look, as he
Hanging
sits
your
down, it
keys?
looks like his zipper is down because that's
Doesn't it?
the loops that hold
Oh,
the zipper.
the
That's
zip-
how I'm
the
like when
zipper
I right now
Yeah,
at the
they're
Disney
weird.
segment. I'm like, did he not zip up when he went to the bathroom?
Yeah, I could put my keys there or something.
Okay, if keys that close, have fun.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like I said, I think they're for repelling.
Well, they are repellent.
So
Look at the colors.
books.
Books.
Buy my book.
Read a book. Read a book. Oh, sorry.
Wrong.
Sorry,
Can't do it.
Sater. Sorry, Scott. Okay, so
I got to say, I love that song, though.
I do too.
I've danced to it at work. I
It's
have.
so catchy. It's such a catchy tune. So, books.
Books. I've got less than 100 pages. Well, I have, less than 100 pages of Gini's book that I'm reading, which is Alien Proliferation, which is the fourth book of the Alien series.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
That's a
Alien
452-page
proliferation.
book. This is not one of those.
That's not like a. Yeah, that's not like a
It's not like.
a casual read.
and
How are the
then-
poofs
You're in
doing?
it for the long haul.
Oh my gosh, I love the poofs.
Poofs are little animals or creature pet things that are also protectors that appear in these books about book 3, I guess.
Yes, they appear in book 3.
And what would you sum up in like 3 sentences what this series is about?
It is
Kitty.
Kitty, who is a human
Mm-hmm.
that lives in Pueblo Caliente, a.k.a. Phoenix.
Ah.
falls for a alien Jeff Martini friend. He's an Alpha Centaurian
Yes.
from the Alpha Centauria planet. Him and his
Brother and father and siblings.
group.
And there's a
They're
whole bunch of
actually
them.
outcasts. They got kicked out because they believed in a different god than the official god.
Okay.
You got 2 sentences left.
And Jeffrey saved Kitty because at the time there were these evil fuglies, what they call them. And it's these people who get possessed, humans that get possessed by the bad aliens and turns them into these huge,
Mutant
monstrous
Killy things. Killy things. Slaughtermobiles.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's how Kitty gets involved, is because she's at one of the eruption things and she thinks of hitting someone over the head with something.
She actually hit them. She took out her hairspray, and they're allergic to
That's
alcohol.
right. Yeah.
And that was quick thinking of her own. She just did her hairspray because she was thinking, oh, look, mace. And that's
then,
what she did it for, but it turns out that those aliens are allergic to alcohol. So when the alcohol from the hairspray actually killed it, they're like, oh, that's quick thinking. You want to join our troop?
they're impressed with her kick-assness and her ability to sleep with one of the aliens. And
be able to take his long...
Yeah, it gets graphic.
No, it's not necessarily his. He's not long, but his sexual powers. It's not like 3 positions, 10 minutes, you're done.
And
It's
she almost-
hours.
And his brother almost joins in that, but we find out later that that's some
It's
sort of
not a
weird.
brother, it's a cousin.
It's a cousin. Oh, it's a cousin. You're right. It's
Christopher's
a
a cousin.
Christopher's a cousin. And then there's the sandwich. There's
What?
It's not a sexual sandwich. She is in love with Jeff Martini.
Okay.
But she also adores and is in love with, I just drew a blank on his name.
I can't remember his
Reader.
name. Reader.
That's his last name is Reader. And she,
Yeah.
and
That's
I
what
can't
everyone
remember
calls him,
his
Reader.
first name. It's Paul Gower, and
But Reader is with
Reader,
Paul.
Reader is gay. He's another human who used to be an international model, but they
He's
get
spunky.
along. You know how straight
He's-
women and gay men they connect.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's called Team Sandwich because you've got Martini, Kitty, and Gower.
See, I always thought it was Reader.
Reader,
team.
sorry,
Yeah.
it was Reader.
And Reader and Gower and Kitty.
No.
I didn't think Martini was part of
Martinis.
the
No, it's called
sandwich.
the sandwich because she
Oh.
sleeps with Martini. But if
Eh.
you know,
And the aliens themselves, they don't care. They're kind of like whatever sexual.
Whatever sexual.
Whatever
they
sexual.
don't, gay,
That's a-
straight.
You know
they
what?
don't
That's
care.
that's a
They're
very.
aliens.
But you know,
Well, yeah, they're
but
aliens.
you know
I
what?
mean,
There's a
duh.
contingent of them that have an issue with humans and aliens being together.
Well, yeah.
Oh, so they're whatever sexual amongst each other, but
Well-
ew, humans.
Well, okay, no.
Yeah.
Actually, it's okay, but don't marry one.
And don't
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. It's okay
Yeah.
to be friends with them, but don't
You
bring
can be
one
whatever
home.
sexual, but don't be whatever romantic.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, no.
I
not
get that.
whatever married.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's these little poofs. They're
Poofs.
so cute. When they're at rest and quiet and peaceful, they're like these little fluffy kittens that but they don't. They kind of look like a kitten and they kind of look like a rat. It's hard to say. But if you piss them off,
A cute rat.
yeah.
Okay.
But if you piss them off,
Like a
they
Disney
get
one.
like a size of a medium-sized
A
dog,
badger.
and they will
Honey
attack,
badger don't care.
Oh.
and they will attack you. They'll attack a human, and
Arr.
after they kill you, they eat you.
Oh.
You know that.
Oh,
you know what I?
no.
And this is what
I always
equate
picture
with.
critters.
No, but the critters aren't.
I'm
cute.
sorry, I picture critters.
I think of that little
It's
little
not ghoulies.
animal in Dark Crystal. Remember?
Oh,
and
yes.
and how it would cry and all of a
Fizbit
sudden
or-
Fizbit, yes.
Fizgig.
Fizzgig.
And then it would
Thank you.
open up his mouth. And,
Yes.
That's what I equate it with.
Except for with the teeth of critters.
That gives me, you know what? That gives
That
me a
gives you a
much
better-
clearer. Yeah. Mhm.
Because it was all cute and fluffy.
Mhm. And then he was all, rah, 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 rah. Yeah.
Yeah. Just imagine it, getting twice its size and
Ooh.
eat people.
And now, how
Literally.
many books does Gini have in the series so far?
There's 7 of them.
7.
She just released her 7th book in
And
December.
And the 7th one, is that the noir one?
Yeah, that's the one that
it's like a detective mystery.
Phoenix
one.
Con, she told everybody at her spotlight that you could like any of the covers, but you have to like this one the best.
Because she had the most input
Okay.
on how the cover looked.
But I actually like the 3rd book cover the best.
I don't remember which cover it is that I like the best. I'd have to see all the covers again because I don't remember. I do like the latest one, but there's one that I liked a little bit more. But I do like the latest one. The latest one kind of has that James Bondy. It actually is kind of cool setup. It's very nicely laid out.
But the 3rd one is the one that I like, and that's the wedding one.
Oh, jeez.
So she's
It's
got
green, isn't it?
She's got the wedding dress, and she's got this gorgeous green necklace thing going on that's from Alpha Centauria.
And she
Okay.
has a gun
And she has a gun,
and
there's
there's
people everywhere,
aliens
and
and
there's
poofs.
That's about in the corner. Oh yeah, and this one there's a baby. So she's fighting with with bad guys, and she's got a gun out and holding the baby with the other arm. She is a woman who
Wow.
knows how to do things.
She multitasks.
That's pretty badass.
And now, anything else about Gini? And
Thank you, Genie.
Yes.
Thank you.
And now Gini's like good buddy, Marcy, or I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce this first name as she puts it on her stuff. Marcheila?
Marcel.
It looks like Marcheila.
It looks like
We
Marcheila.
just call her Marcy.
Yeah. That's her book that I'm reading, Tales of Sand and Sorcery. This is where I was talking about before where I have issues with fantasy. And so it's hard for me. But it's really good. I mean, you can see I still am not super into it. I'm only like past the 2nd story, but because it's actually a collection of short stories that are all in the same setting and mainly the same characters. But it's very good, very good. It's kind of Bedouin-y.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so not so much Conan-y, but like
Right.
more. And she's got her kick-ass female.
Shalarahara.
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 Momahe.
Havara.
Who she's got like this whole big backstory of like she can't feel anything anymore because she made a deal with a priest or a god or something. I don't know. When the man that she loved died or was killed, she wanted to not feel anything anymore. So now she just doesn't feel things.
Anything.
Yeah, it's like poke, poke, poke. She doesn't feel that.
Ow, quit it.
I'd be annoyed.
Don't
Don't poke me.
Poke.
That's an ugly look. Don't do that.
Yeah, he rehearses it in the mirror.
Do you really?
I don't rehearse anything in the mirror. I don't even rehearse my songs when I do drag in the mirror.
But
But at least I know my words.
Yeah, that was an ugly face.
But the first story actually sets up that whole.
I see that.
The first story sets up her whole backstory type thing,
Uh-huh.
while actually giving you a nice little twist and everything at the end, and kind of almost a King and I type story almost that ends up with, but not the King and I part, but the Mingling and her boyfriend
Okay,
story.
uh-huh.
We Kiss in the Moonlight and all that.
The second story.
Yeah, which I still love that song. I really do love that song. It's a beautiful song. And then the second one involves some guy going and visiting a harlot at a harlotry. Yeah, harloteria.
Harloteria.
At a harloteria.
Or harim.
Yes. And that one's interesting
Is it?
because it's kind
Or
of
is it?
That one actually kind of got me because it's told first person, and I'm picturing it being like a side character from the movie Aladdin. Come, let me tell you a story. So this harlot happens to be blue apparently, and speaks with Robin Williams' voice, as far as I'm concerned.
So this one's a genie.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So-
Marcy, we've changed your book.
So, I'm really enjoying it though. I like and like I said, the language it actually travels well. Language.
I'm gonna tell you guys.
Wow, but as compared to that sentence, which traveled nowhere. But you're going to tell me.
I'm going to tell you guys.
Us.
I'm completely embarrassed by this. The book on my night table right now is Eclipse.
Oh,
Really?
be glad I'm not wearing a belt.
No, you know why? Okay, listen. Let me.
That would be 50 Shades of Eclipse.
Oh, you know what? Don't even get me started on that one. Okay,
Don't get Ginny started on that one either.
let me just say this just really quickly, okay? The only reason that is because I'm trying to figure out what the draw is for people, because I couldn't understand why anybody would care about these characters.
I can get that.
So
You want to see what's the
I
whole-
really I wanted to see like
Curiosity.
why is everybody talking about this? What's so great about it? And the only thing that I figured out, and this is the third book, and I'm almost halfway through, and I figured out one thing that is kind of accidental genius about it.
It makes plain girls feel desirable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really
It makes-
accidental genius. There's legions of girls and women out there thinking that one day some super hot guy is going to show up and be completely madly in love with their plain stupid ass.
Not just plain. Not just plain.
But stupid.
But, and emotionally, mentally, and physically
Retarded.
not attractive.
Exactly.
There's nothing
She's-
appealing about this
yeah,
girl.
the
She's-
main character,
she's a
she
brick.
is, yeah. Yes.
Just
Yeah.
like the actress who plays her.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, the actress who plays her does a beautiful job. You actually couldn't believe that she was acting if she didn't do that in every other movie as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, she portrays that character exactly how it is in the book.
Yeah, she's completely plain and undesirable and nondescript and an emotional terror.
And if someone set you up on a blind date with her and they said, "But she has a nice personality," you would be allowed to stab that person in the head for lying to you about her personality.
Yeah.
Okay.
She has no personality, none,
Okay.
none.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think it was really accidental genius on her part, because I don't think that Stephanie Meyer intended for that to be.
No, she was
The
putting
draw.
herself in the book.
I think, yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah.
I think actually if you set someone up on a blind date with that girl, you would have to be like going, "She fills space nicely." I think that's how you would have to try to like. She's not very pretty, and she's not very bright, and her personality is lacking, but she fills space nicely.
Yes, and that's yeah.
She fills about 1,253 pages of space.
So I even though I'm ashamed to admit that I'm reading it, I have now discovered what the draw is. So I feel proud about that, because that's what I wanted to know was, why does everyone love these books?
So are you going to continue reading all the way to the end?
You know what? I have to admit,
You're curious.
no, it's not that. It's not
You want to
curiosity.
see the werewolf fall in love with a baby?
Oh, better yet.
No, it's not-
it's not-
being born by Fang.
Yeah,
No,
you want
listen,
to
it's none of that. It's none of that.
C-section?
It's none of that. You know what it is? Honestly, I
Because that's the
enjoy
only thing I want to read.
I enjoy vampire fiction, and the vampire is the interesting character. And had they actually explored that, I think it could have been a good story.
Vampires don't glitter. Or
Like I
glow.
said, the vampire
sparkle.
is the interesting character, and had they explored it
Or pursue boring girls.
in a way that
Unless
is
they-
more
okay.
in line with vampire lore, I think it could have been really good.
Coulda, woulda, didn't.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So,
But it hasn't taken me very long. The writing's very pedestrian.
I figured on that.
I'm reading actually also simultaneously. I'm reading a trilogy that I'm going, okay, this is a page turner, but I think the average word count per sentence would be 5.
Oh gosh.
It's very okay. See Dick run. See zombie run. See zombie eat dick. It's like see Jane scream in terror. It's like, we'll talk more about that later when I read more of it. But
Are we on to comic books now?
we
Comic
just
books.
did books.
Comic books. Bah. Bah.
I kind of felt like that was unnecessary.
It's him with the fact that he doesn't like quiet and silence. He always needs some sort of noise. So he couldn't just say comic books and then just let it fade off like that. He had to do blah. Blah.
You could have made the echo thing that you were doing earlier. Like comic books.
No,
books,
comic books.
books.
That would have been better. Instead of blah.
Well, we now have blah, and that's what it is. Hi, comic books.
Comics. You want to go first?
I will tackle a small part of my list.
Oh, he's got a list.
I got a list. Says the man with the list.
Yeah. At least my list is different subjects.
My list is different subjects. Okay, first of all, because we talked about it last week, and I didn't get a chance. So I wanted to mention the fact that the Marvel character, the Wasp, is celebrating her 50th anniversary.
Yes.
And she is one of the central female characters in the Marvel Universe, and probably the most kick-ass one, even though, especially the most kick-ass of the
even
ones
though
that...
she's a Wasp.
And nobody knows who she is.
Right.
Outside
Which
of
is
comics.
sad. Yeah. Even though, well, definitely she's the most kick-ass one of the ones that Stan Lee created, other than maybe Black Widow. Her and Black Widow would be about like the same. But she was a debutante whose father was killed. She went to see Hank Pym, who was the Giant Man and also Ant-Man. He could shrink and grow and shrink and grow. And she wanted him to help her find her father or the killer of her father or something like that. And she submitted to risky test situation thing, so she was subjected to Pym particles so she can shrink. She technically can grow also, but she does that very rarely. And he also gave her little wings in the back so she could fly. And in her first appearance on the cover, she's not doing the damsel in distress thing of like, oh, rescue me, I'm the Wasp. No, he's more like there's some guy in the background reaching out with his hand with Ant-Man in his hand, and she's flying up and grabbing him and rescuing him. And she stays spunky and perky, and she became a fashion designer, and she designed like every third issue she had a different outfit. And she was like the third longest leader of the Avengers.
See, I think that's cool.
Yeah, she Captain America and Hawkeye are the only two who led the Avengers for longer than she did. And like the next most popular one would be like significantly lower in number of issues that he was leader, or she, because it was Black Widow, oddly enough. And they killed her off in like the most idiotic way, but they brought her back. But during the time that they killed her off, they did an issue where they did a tribute to her at the MoMA, and Tim Gunn was the guide to Janet Van Dyne fashions through the years. And then someone comes and attacks the place, and Tim Gunn has to put on the Iron Man suit, and that's really cool. But
I think that's cool.
But she's one that I really, really hope that they bring that. Okay, I hope that in the Ant-Man movie that they keep kind of a light science fiction-y tone to the Ant-Man movie that's coming up.
Yes.
But also introduce Janet Van Dyne so that she can join the Avengers where she should be, as compared to Black Widow, who was an Avenger way later. Where Janet Van Dyne is one of the founding members of the Avengers. She's the one who came up with the name the Avengers. So I'm really, and I can understand, we'd have to try to explain why we have the shrinking girl all of a sudden. Okay, I get that. But we have a whole series of movies now. You have time to explain her before you insert her into the next movie.
Mm-hmm.
So happy anniversary, Janet Van Dyne, the Wasp. Yay!
See, I don't know. I always think of when I think of something like a Wasp, as a bad guy?
That would be a hornet. I don't know.
I'm allergic to all of them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I always think of that as somebody that would be a bad guy.
Yeah, but the wasp at our house is actually really good. Wasps.
As far as wasps go.
Okay.
They don't try to attack us or anything. They're there for the plants.
They're there like sucking on honey or nectar and like water. Although
Are
I
you
still
sure
don't
they're
trust
not
them.
just like regular bees?
No, they're wasps.
No, they're wasps. They scare the crap out of me.
Okay.
The bees don't scare me at all. The bees, I'm like going, move, move, move. The wasps, I'm like going, okay. Okay. I'm just going to be over here. You be over there. So that's the wasps around our house. Also, I read the first issue. They just did a new comic book, started a new one called Captain Marvel. It's the Marvel Captain Marvel, so it's not Shazam. It's not the real Captain Marvel. It's the Marvel Captain Marvel, and it's not even the original Captain Marvel, which was a Kree soldier named Captain Marvel.
Right.
It's actually Ms. Marvel, who decided to take, because Captain Marvel has been dead for a while, so she decided to take on the mantle because that's kind of what Captain Marvel would have wanted. And she's cut her hair all short and butch, and she has like a kind of a Captain Marvel type outfit, except for she also has the sash of Ms. Marvel.
Oh.
And
so she's a lesbian Marvel?
She's a lesbian Marvel. And okay, which is actually really funny because the structure of her first issue was like a bad copy of the first issue, or the storyline, or the structure of Batwoman, which is the lesbian Batman. Okay? The story is told in lots of back and forth flashbacks. It's not a nice, streamlined, straight-ahead story. They keep on flashing back to stuff. And I don't have a problem with that, per se, as long as you know how to do it.
Yeah.
The people who write Batwoman know how to do it really well. They blend it with the artwork, and it's just a fluid, beautiful book. With Captain Marvel, it was like, oh, just tell the goddamn story already. Just move on, okay? I don't need this. So it's clunky and bad, actually. Now, it's been doing this for a little while, so hopefully they ironed out a little bit of the difficulties, but that first issue would not have me read a second issue.
Wow.
It
was that bad?
Yeah, it was that bad.
Wow.
It just was so clunky and such a pale imitation of a far superior comic book.
Right.
Batwoman. And she's not supposed to be a lesbian, but like I said, the comparison, if you've read Batwoman and you read Captain Marvel, it will be hard for you not to get the comparison, I think.
Right.
And therefore, suddenly, with her short hair, it's like, oh, she's a lesbian Captain Marvel. Okay. But not as interesting.
What?
You have comic books.
I do have a comic book. Oh, the Drawn to Comic Book Club.
Book club?
Really?
I'm sorry. That one wasn't even intentional. That one just happened.
It was like he couldn't stop it.
I was like, I sat here and not said anything while you talked about Ms. Marvel being a lesbian, and then I'd make
Allegedly.
one little comment, and you're like, book club.
What? I just was...
It was
I just
almost like
accidentally-
it was
Silence
almost like
is
he,
good thing.
it was
Oh.
almost like he couldn't stop it.
I
Like,
know. I'm like. So, anyways, for the month of July, the Drawn to Comic Book Club that I'm part of is Marvel 1602 by Neil Gaiman, who was in town a week and a half ago.
Yes.
Yes. You can talk. I just don't like it when you repeat.
Yeah, that was an accident.
So, but unfortunately, the book club, when we discuss this book, is going to happen when I'm out of town. Thank you, Gini. Thank you, Gini. Thank you, Gini. So, what I would like to do, and I'm proposing for the tens of fans that we have out there, is get the book, read it, and then I'll once after the book club's done, I'll get a copy of the questions, and then we'll have a bit of a conversation about that.
On a side note with that, I got two little side notes. One, with the everybody getting the book thing, a lot of libraries right now do carry graphic novels.
Mm-hmm.
There is a good chance that if you don't want to, if you have difficulty finding it at your local comic book store or bookstore, check the library. They may have a copy. You could probably check it out and get it there. And Neil Gaiman also is a writer who he's had some best-selling books on the New York Times. He wrote the Sandman series, which was nominated for a whole bunch of different awards. He's also written 2 episodes of Doctor Who that are really good, strong episodes.
Yeah.
The current Doctor Who, not old school Doctor Who.
Thank God.
But that would be Douglas Adams, who wrote episodes of.
But if you do get this, there's 3 different Marvel 1602s.
There are?
Yes.
Oh.
There's a Marvel 1602 Spider-Man, and there's a Marvel 1602 Fantastic Four.
It's in there.
Well, but that one of the things that Drawn to Comics, the person in charge of it, said, make sure that you get the one that says Neil Gaiman, because he's the only one who wrote this version. The other 2 books are written by other writers.
Oh, I could have sworn that they were included in that,
No,
but I guess they're not.
No. There are 3 different books of this Marvel 1602. So get the one that says Neil Gaiman on it.
Yeah.
Because if you get the other ones, then those are completely different books.
Right.
And then you're not going to be able to follow along with the questions.
Exactly. I have to ask Blythe if I could take her questions. I don't see why not.
I don't see why not, especially if you take them after.
Yeah, that's why I
yeah.
figured after, especially since I'm going to be missing that one.
Yeah.
And I will admit I have yet to start reading this because I still have 100 pages left.
You still haven't read.
I'm the type of person that when I read a book, that's what I will read until I'm done with it.
I can jump around.
I can't jump
There
around.
I jump around.
I can jump around
can't
because
do
I'm
that.
also, even aside from the book that dare not speak its name, I'm also reading Bringing Down the House right now.
I don't know what that is.
Bringing Down the House is the book about the MIT students that went to Vegas to count cards, and then they made a movie about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm doing this thing right now where I'm reading the books of movies that I've previously seen that I didn't know were based on books, or that I did know were based on books,
But you hadn't
and
read
just
the book
hadn't
yet.
read the book.
Huh.
Yeah.
I should bring over Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yeah.
For you,
Well, or at least wait until after the move.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
after the
yeah.
move, yeah.
Another thing about 1602, Marvel 1602, the artwork's beautiful. The artwork is done kind of in a style almost like those epic, like Classics Illustrateds.
Oh, yeah.
So it has this feeling of being not just a comic book, being at kind of a different time.
Wow.
It's painted and the covers. See how they have the line drawings for the covers and everything. Yeah, it's a beautiful artwork. So, anything else on that one?
That's all I got.
Okay, and then I just want to do a quick little add-on at the end of this. I love these. These are old. What do they call these? I forgot.
Taperomas. It was in the back.
Well, no, it's I can't remember what they called these. They're not digests. They're treasury editions. The Marvel and DC used to put out treasury editions, and the Marvel, both of them actually tended to reprint stories from other stuff. This Marvel one is all original because it's all about the Spider-Man and the Hulk at the Winter Olympics. Okay, and then
Which Winter Olympics?
I think 76. And then this one, it had I think 2 original stories, but it also reprinted some classic stories, including the Two-Face story that's in it is actually from the Batman newspaper strip.
Wow.
The Sundays.
That's 1980.
Oh, it's 1980? Oh, I thought it was earlier. Okay.
No, 1980 Winter Olympics, which is Lake Placid,
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah. And
Which is understandable that they would do an American.
Yeah.
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 And they're just very entertaining, large size thing, book type stuff. The other versions that went in the exact opposite direction, that was only put out by DC, were
tiny
the
ones.
digests. These also, in general, collected previously published stories. This one's Sugar and Spike, which was like a humor comic that they did. They did do one digest size that did original stories. It was Adventure Comics, and it had like 2 original stories, and then the rest was reprints. But I absolutely love these, and especially the digest size. I really wish that Marvel and DC and even Archie. Well, Archie does still put out the digest, but they don't do the digest of their superhero stuff. They only do digest of Archie's.
Yeah.
And Archie Comics has a long history with superhero comics. And they did 2 digests. I think it was Blue Ribbon or something. I think was the name of the digest. They did 2 of those that I'm aware of, and then nothing. And I really wish that they would publish more of those, because they're starting to get back into publishing their superhero stuff. And I'm like, well, give us the history. Show us past stuff.
That
and
should
this
be
is a nice. But these are now like super collector's item type things.
But
So
see,
if
that's a
anybody
really
runs
nice
into these, feel free to
size.
mail them to More Geek Than Gay, Phoenix, Arizona.
I was going to say, do we have?
Well, we don't have a post office. Yeah, we need to figure that out. But contact me on Facebook or Twitter, or leave a message, and I will figure out a way for you to send me these lovely, lovely treasuries and digests, because I love them.
Say that again?
I love them.
It's so funny.
He says that about comics, but not once to me.
Oh, don't you even sit over there and lie.
Oh, wow.
Who is sitting over here with a hairless body just to prove love? We will get to that. We will get to this later, people. Okay, I'm like a chihuahua over here, just to. But up next, we have another segment that follows right after comic books.
Okay.
So we got a segment. Super Pet of the Week.
And I'm okay with that.
You're okay with that?
I'm totally okay with that.
I'm glad to see that you're okay with the Super Pet of the Week. Yay! Super Pet of the Week.
Yay!
And this week, because it was last week, but last week doesn't exist, this week will be Streaky, the Supercat.
Yes.
Yay!
That's right.
One of my all-time favorites of the Super Pets. Streaky is of the Superman family of characters, and unlike Crypto or Beppo, Crypto the super dog, Beppo the super monkey or chimp, depending on who drew it, we have Streaky the Supercat, who is Supergirl's cat, and she was doing experiments with kryptonite to try to figure out a way to find immunity to it. And this was a failed experiment, and she, I don't know why, just tossed the failed experiment out the window. And then Streaky, this poor little stray cat that she had just found coincidentally 15 minutes prior to this, went outside, found the kryptonite, and it affected him and gave him superpowers. And to which the first thing he did, because he had been a stray and she took him in, is he went out and found a milk truck and knocked it over and broke all the bottles so all the stray cats could have some milk. Because that's how Streaky the Supercat does his heroics.
That's how he rolls.
That's how he rolls. He's that kind of hero. Okay.
And see, and you know what? And that's my favorite kind.
Yeah.
That's why I love Batman. That's my favorite kind of hero.
Streaky the Supercat and Batman.
Yes.
That would be a brave and a bold and brave issue that would not sell. That's what that would be, actually.
Yeah.
They got rid of kryptonite for a little while in like 1970, and the official word was that when kryptonite was gone, that all kryptonite was eliminated. It eliminated the part that recharged Streaky, so Streaky no longer was a Supercat. And when kryptonite came back, well, that special kryptonite didn't exist anymore. Although they weren't really clear on whether or not Streaky actually really did have to recharge, with the kryptonite because Streaky has a descendant in like the 23rd century named Wizzy. And Wizzy is just a supercat and telepathic. Yeah. But Streaky's a little orange cat with lightning bolt pattern on the side and a little cape, and goes and does superhero-y things with the rest of the super pets, and possibly has a little bit of an issue with Comet the Super Horse. Possibly. It's not clear, allegedly.
Allegedly.
And I like Streaky the Supercat so much. I really wish I had the Streaky the Supercat plush that they came out with. Oh, it's so adorable. But named one of our cats Streaky Zor-El because Streaky, our super kitty is a girl, so it has to take the name Zor-El because that's how it works.
Because that's how it works.
In the comic,
yeah.
He would be like Joe L.
Okay.
And you would be, if you were his daughter, you would be KK Joe L.
Okay.
Okay. The females, the men take the house name.
Okay.
The women take their father's full name as their last name.
Okay.
So
that makes perfect sense.
Superman's Kal El.
Yeah.
Supergirl is Kara Zor-El.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they actually got that right in the movies.
Oh.
Yeah, they actually even kind of got it right in the new movie because Superman's mother, Lara, I guess they mentioned somewhere her last name, and she has her father's full name.
Uh-huh.
Everything. But, so, yay, Streaky the Super Cat. Super Pet of the Week.
Super Pets.
Our inaugural Super Pet of the Week.
Well,
maybe next time I'll find a Marvel
officially.
one. Yeah, official, because we keep on talking about Super Pets, so I thought, let's incorporate it into the show.
Yeah.
And maybe next time I'll find a Marvel one. Maybe I'll try to find another cat. There's not many super cats.
We can go with the cat theme.
Not for long. Trust me, there's not that many. Okay, there's like 3.
Cats.
Yeah,
Cats are like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Look, a house is on fire. Catnip.
Yeah. That's always been my joke when one of the cats comes up and goes meow meow. It's like, you know how like when Lassie would come up, bark bark bark. What is it? Little Timmy fell in the well.
Yeah.
It with the cats is like meow meow. What is it? Did you push little Timmy into the well?
Right.
Was he on top of your favorite toy? No, so, yay, Super Pet of the Week.
Raspberries. I mean, gay stuff.
Joseph just shared with us that one of his
That'll be sports.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We're going to loop back over to this. So remember what you just heard because we've switched over into gay stuff. Okay, we're done with geek stuff right now.
Yeah, now we're into gay.
We're into gay. And hey, guess what?
What?
If we were in the correct state, we could get married.
You know, I made a post about that on Facebook saying that if I still lived in San Diego, would I be married and who would it be with?
Yeah, I saw that.
And
just in general.
Well, yeah, because we wouldn't have met.
And I have 3 exes in California.
In Texas.
And 3 exes in California.
2 of which I went to Las Vegas with on his birthday.
The last time we were ever in Vegas.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Our waiter he realized that I was the one that needed cocktails that early in the morning. Yeah.
It's hilarious. I mean, we went to Las Vegas with, and this is what they named themselves. Scott is San Diego X number 1, and Will is San Diego X number 2. And it's Scott and Will. And at the time, they were roommates, nothing more than that, just roommates, because Will travels for work. And Edward and I had just started dating. We all went to Vegas for about a weekend, basically. And we're having breakfast the day we're driving back to Phoenix, and they're driving back to San Diego.
And we had an exuberant waiter.
Ah.
And he is, rightly so, he knew Edward and I were a couple, but he thought, Scott and Will were a couple. And no, they said this is.
And he'd come by to ask us if we wanted drinks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we told him no. This is this is my ex number 1, my ex number 2, and my current.
Yeah, that's not awkward.
And then he looked right at me and he asked me what I wanted to drink. And as I'm holding my hand up, going, cocktail me.
And
Right.
then he
And I
looks at
did
me.
manage to surprise him at one of the casinos for his birthday. They brought him over a creme brulee and sang happy birthday, and it scared the hell out of him.
Exactly. Because when I gamble, I'm in gambling mode.
Well, but we
I
were
get
in the,
tunnel vision.
Okay, it wasn't like he was at a slot machine with suddenly a creme brulee with a And,
No, he was at a buffet.
Yeah, and people around sang and everything. It was really sweet.
That's cool.
Yeah, see, I'm sweet.
But getting back to this waiter, he made a comment to me. He goes, either you're really wealthy or you're really... And I said, well, I don't have any money.
Oh!
I didn't specify on the other part, so it's okay for Mickey.
Yeah.
Here's what I want to say.
That's a comment much like your brother would make. Yeah, I want you to know that. Yeah.
I know, but I'm
I
just
got-
saying
you
that's
know
how,
what?
Yeah, I'm
when
just
you're in
saying.
Vegas,
That's like, yeah.
I gotta know.
You smoke cigars.
Were they friends already before you dated them?
no.
Okay. Because that would have just been extra awkward.
No. No. No.
Joseph's dating habits. Making friends
Right?
for around the world. Or at least around the greater San Diego area.
So, getting back to the original subject of gay things, thanks to the Supreme Court, DOMA is gone,
Yay!
and Prop 8 got dismissed.
Yay! So, and Dion Cole, who's like, I love that. He's a comedian. I love him. And he has a TV show on TBS called Black Box. And I guess he does stuff on Conan O'Brien stuff all the time. But he congratulated us for our victory, and he asked all the gay lobbyists and everything to possibly work on some other stuff, like maybe since we were so good at like getting gay marriage thing repealed or whatever, maybe we could see about getting McDonald's to serve breakfast all day.
Hey, I'm all for that.
Yeah, he's all for that.
Okay.
He also was took very well when I like gave him a compliment of a non-comedic nature, like not like, oh, I find your comedy so funny. It was more like, hey, does anyone else find him kind of hot? And he favorited that that tweet.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
But-
he's a man who recognizes a compliment when it happens.
Just because that stuff got overturned, it's still illegal for gays to get married in 37 states.
And if you get married in one of the legal states, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to
That it's
transfer
gonna be
over.
recognized, yeah,
There's going to be
you-
lots of
But federally,
hoops.
you're fine. Federally, you get the benefits, and you don't have
Right.
to pay the inheritance tax if one passes.
So if you get married in California or Massachusetts, if you get married in Massachusetts, you move to Texas,
Your marriage is not recognized outside the federal government.
Okay, so if you got a federal job, you're good.
You're good.
If you
Okay,
work at
okay.
like the local Piggly Wiggly,
You ain't good.
Then you're yeah.
Okay.
Then you're yeah.
Yeah.
Which also leads
Work
me
on that.
to the next thing.
Oh,
is
next
the
thing.
Equality Walk,
Equality Walk.
which is starting on July 17th. And what the Equality Walk...
Oh,
we
you're
have
going to be out of
mentioned
town, aren't you?
it. Yes, I am.
Oh, what a shame.
The Equality Walk, what it is
Last
here in
year,
Arizona...
he wore himself out.
it is
Hospital
a
visits.
group of people that they walk 1 mile for every year that Arizona it has been a state that, but yet doesn't have full rights for everyone.
Including marriage rights.
Well, yeah.
Okay,
But-
That's
you,
one of the big
you do
accents.
realize that we just celebrated our centennial, right?
Yes, and that's what I did last year. I walked 100 miles in 10 days
Oh, God.
in the month of August.
This is how come I'm glad he's out of town.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm sorry.
It's,
I'm sorry.
it's a
people.
great.
Walk
You know what?
and
It's
great
a,
idea.
yes, it's a great cause, and I fully support that. I couldn't.
I do have a small soapbox. I do have a small soapbox involving this, and he got to listen to me rant one day, and I posted it on Facebook.
All right,
my
let's hear
rant
it.
and
Let's
everything.
hear it.
Okay. You want equality. You want all this and everything. then
you may post on Facebook and Twitter about how much you want equality.
Yeah, you may say this all you want and post all these little things about how, oh my God, why can't they get in Texas? You know who's actually on the front lines doing all this work and doing the walks and doing the fundraisers here? Lesbians. So at this moment, I am like going, if Arizona passes anything, I hope lesbians get it and gay guys get to like suck it because because they're not putting in the work. Guys, get out there, put in the work. If you're going to give lip service on all of these social media things, then actually do some real service. Okay? If you can't put in the work, then at least give some money. Okay? Because who was showing up at the car wash? Lesbians. Who was washing cars? Lesbians. And us. Well, we weren't washing cars. We showed up.
See?
But we gave them money. And we gave them money. And lesbians came by and gave lesbians sodas, and lesbians came by and gave lesbians money. Gay guys weren't showing up. Gay guys weren't doing anything except for sitting at home going, oh my God, when do I get to go to the gym? So get off your asses and start doing the work. End of soapbox.
End of soapbox. So this Saturday,
my soapbox was ivory.
Yeah, exactly. This Saturday, July 13th. I believe it's the 13th, yes. I am hosting a fundraiser for the Equality Walk here in Phoenix at Rainbow Cactus.
Gay guys show up and give money.
At 9 p.m. And it's one of the last fundraisers for them because they literally leave on July 17th for their walk. And it's 101 miles in 10 days. So I got their schedule.
They're walking over 100 miles.
I got their schedule. They start.
That's crazy.
The first mile is July 17th. And that's going to be in Phoenix.
Just 1 mile?
It's because what they do is the first mile and the last mile is it's the big kickoff. Where they invite everybody for
okay, because I'm like going, mile. It's hard for me to really like be still rallying for the how hard these lesbians are working when it's like, oh, these hard working lesbians, they walked a mile.
On the first day, this is just the kickoff.
Okay.
And then on July 18th, they will be, real quick, sorry. So
they're going to walk from here to Florence?
No.
That's what I thought. I thought like they didn't, like if we didn't have enough, that they'd be stranded somewhere in Casa Grande.
Right?
That's how I understood it.
This year, what they're going to do is that they're hitting every county, and they're going to walk in the county seat.
Okay.
This is what they're going to do.
And they do X number of miles in that county.
Basically, what they
but
do
there's 15 counties.
Mm-hmm.
And you said it's 10 days, so...
Yeah.
They have 2 teams.
No, 1 team. 1 team of 7.
So are they going to just like... drive
to the schedule, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And what you do is what we did last year, and I'm pretty sure they're going to do this year, is that you start in Phoenix, and then that evening you drive to your next city. You stay the night there. You wake up at 5:30 in the morning, and you're out walking 9 to 12 miles at 7 in the morning. So you're done by the afternoon. So you could drive to the next city to stay the night there and walk there.
It's better than walking to Pima County.
Okay.
So,
okay.
So
that's what I got out of it, too.
Here's the schedule.
There's some driving, and then you walk a couple miles, and you log those as part of the 100.
Okay. No, you don't. The driving, you don't log.
No. The walking, when you get out and walk.
The 9 to 12 miles.
Okay, all right.
And then you eat some Subway, and then you drive somewhere else and walk a couple miles.
I'm still not
and eat some Subway.
When I was looking at the schedule, I literally was like, okay, so they're walking from Phoenix to Florence, and then from Florence to Tucson.
No.
And I thought, okay, that doesn't make any sense. That's already like
over 100.
Yeah.
So the 17th,
and very tiring. Those are some very industrious lesbians.
So July 17th, like I said, the first mile is in Phoenix. July 18th, they will be walking in Florence, which is in Pinal County. July 19th, they will be walking in Tucson, which is Pima County. July 20th, they will be walking in Nogales, and then in the morning, and then driving to Bisbee and walking in Bisbee. And then
Bisbee's pretty.
July 21st, they will be walking in Safford in the morning, and then my hometown, Clifton, in the afternoon. And I'm going to be in San Diego, so I'm missing that out. Then July.
Are you going to be doing any of this?
Possibly.
Don't
July
do it.
22nd,
I
they
mean,
will be in
Just give
Globe.
them money and raise money for them. Like,
July
this is
22nd, they
more
will
than
be
the
Globe.
rest of the-
Will you? This is important here.
Yes.
I don't need this background talk.
Okay.
So July 22nd, there will be Globe in St. John's, which is Window Rock. And July 23rd, they will be in Holbrook. July 24th, they will be in Flagstaff. July 25th, they will be in Prescott and then Kingman. July 26th, they will be in Parker and
Woohoo!
then Yuma.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. That's just...
And then on the 27th, they will be in Phoenix, where they'll do the last 5 miles.
Who put together this schedule?
Lesbians.
Yeah, probably Meg Snee,
Yeah.
who's basically, it was her idea back in 1996 to do this.
Okay, but here's what I'm going to say. Do you know where Parker is in relationship to Yuma?
Yes.
Because that
He was-
just seems like you would you drive across the state, basically.
That's what happened last year when I did the walk. We walked in.
It just seems like maybe the pattern should have been different.
Well, last year we walked in Tuba City, which is in the Navajo Nation.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And then we went to Malenkoff, which is the Hopi Nation.
Okay, that I've
and
never
then
heard
we
of.
drove 6 hours across Navajo Indian Reservation to walk in St. John / Window Rock that same day. And this is when we left in the morning from Flagstaff, because they don't have a hotel in Tuba City.
And this is why I don't want him, like, because he's got, like, breathing problems and stuff, and he doesn't need to be out there and all that. He can just raise money and help support
It
them.
was a
and-
life-changing experience. We did. It was unbelievable. I got to go to places that I never thought I'd ever go to. I mean, Window Rock is gorgeous. I fell in love with Williams, Arizona.
Oh.
It did, because their main road in the is so.
You know what? Stop.
Route 66. It was
Stop
so
laughing
cool.
at me.
Well, this is when he said, "I fell in love with Williams, Arizona." You're like going, "Oh,
Well, because
like
You don't think it, but then it is actually. Have
it's
you
one
ever
of
been
those.
I'm
I've
sure it's
been
very
through
pretty
there.
I'm sure it's
Well,
very pretty."
but
They
the
have
freeway
trees, don't they?
misses it.
No, I've been
That's-
through there.
Yeah,
Yeah, they have trees.
that's
and
where
stuff.
the Grand Canyon Railroad is.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. And we were handing out little bells because they do the Polar Express.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So we were handing out little bells to everybody.
I'm a city girl.
Well, so am I. I'm a city girl as well, but it's just one of those things. But to go into little places like that, it was really cool. Now, I didn't care for some other places that we went to, but I'm not going to mention their names.
And also realize that you can still be a city girl and do these because it's not like you're moving there.
No, what
Yeah.
I mean,
Just stay there for
no,
an
no,
hour,
no,
an
no,
hour.
no, no. What I mean is that I don't
do
really
laundry.
enjoy like small town, like that, like going to visit. I don't.
Well,
I don't
little small
enjoy
towns
that.
are
It doesn't-
adored. Dateville, I loved Dateville. This is the home of
Where's
the world's
that?
famous date shake.
It's on the 8 on the way to San Diego.
Yeah,
Dateland.
Dateland. Sorry, yeah, Dateland.
I know Dateland, and
I love Dateland.
I
And it's
love.
adorable
Honestly,
little-
I love Dateland because it's like a shopping complex.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
it,
think it's any
basically.
bigger.
Yeah, that's it. It never has been.
Yeah.
But if I wasn't out of town, I would be doing more with them, because it's a great
It
cause.
is, it is.
It is a very
It
good
is.
cause. And
You can't blame me for being worried about your health.
yeah, my health, that's the issue. But it's funny because you meet people and you have meetings at these towns where
Uh-huh.
the city council or the mayor or whatever, you try to get these meetings. But 90% of the time, you're talking to people on the street
Right.
just because they're walking. And they always have guaranteed 2 questions. First, what are you doing? Because, we're all wearing red T-shirts. We have the gay flag, we have the American flag, and we have the state flag. And they're like, what are you doing? And then when we tell them we're walking across to Arizona for full rights for everybody, and 1 year for each year that Arizona doesn't have full rights. And then they go, why are you doing this in the summer? That's always guaranteed the next question.
I
It's a
would
good
like
next
to know that
question.
too. Yeah.
The reason why is
Related
because...
to gay pride?
No.
Oh.
It's because of the fact that does it really make a difference? Does it show that you're actually doing something for your cause if you're doing it when it's nice out? When you're doing it in 100 plus,
it has to.
it means that you really believe
there's
in
a
it.
sacrifice
Yes.
there. There's a sacrifice there, and you know what? And I get that. That's that goes along with any kind of religious teaching.
Yeah.
Well, they got it from how Jesus walked, as well as
And-
Gandhi walked.
Yeah,
and
you make-
Muhammad walked.
It's not just
And
about
Buddha
the
walked.
walking. It's about making the sacrifice
and
to do something.
And it is, and like I said, it's a life-changing experience. I loved it. Edward really couldn't tell you, but that last mile here in Phoenix, because they do the first mile, like I said, which gets about 20 to 40 people on that. But the last mile, which starts at the City Hall, Phoenix City Hall, and goes to the state capitol, we get about 300 people joining us for that.
Wow.
When that happened, and I'm going to start right now, I just cried. That's all I did. Because it just felt so good. Because, for one, to have the support. For two, because it was over.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't know.
Because I got very sick in Flagstaff. And was in the... I couldn't do I did maybe the first 3 miles in Flagstaff and then decided to throw up all over myself.
Oh no, that's not good. That's not good
And
at
spent
all.
the rest of the day in the hotel.
Yeah, that's not. That's
and then
not
the
a
year
good
previous,
situation.
when they walked in Yuma, 3 people had to go to the ER because they were dehydrated.
Well,
Because
'cause
it's Yuma and it was 122.
exactly.
See, this is. Maybe
See,
you
and
could do it like
I understand.
in the early summer when
Yeah,
it's.
I understand.
I can understand the suffering, but
Yeah, I understand the concept
does it have
of
to go so
of
much?
making a sacrifice in order to do something, and I understand that concept. But when you're dealing with real health issues, you kind of want your supporters to survive the walk, don't you? I mean,
Yeah, you could do it in May.
it really.
It's still warm.
I mean, it really is dangerous.
You could get a
is
you
very
could
It
get
really
a,
is dangerous out there with that kind of heat and physical exertion. It really is dangerous. So like I said, you want your supporters to survive, don't you? I mean,
But, more power to them. I wish I was going to be...
danger lesbians.
I wish
Dun, dun,
I
dun.
seriously wish I was going to be doing... I wasn't going to do the whole walk. But before I was going to San Diego, I was planning on doing a few, meeting them. I was planning on Tucson. I was planning on Clifton because, it's my hometown. And I already talked to some of my cousins and hopefully that they're still willing to do it even though I'm not going to be there. But, basically making them a picnic,
oh,
in Clifton.
how cool is that?
In one of 3 parks that's in my little town.
How cool
And
is that?
your apartment is bigger than 2 of the parks.
Wow. That actually reminds me of the Don Henley Park in Winslow.
Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly
you know
like
what
that.
I'm
Yes,
talking
yes,
about.
yes.
About that size.
Exactly.
You've
not
never
even a
you never
block.
seen it?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not even a block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Oh.
it's a patch of grass.
With a Don Henley statue?
Yes. Exactly.
Okay. Is this big enough for your dog to poop on, but not big enough to actually, run in?
It might
yeah.
fit a picnic blanket.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there was a picnic table I saw.
I don't remember there being a picnic table, but I do have a picture of myself in front of the statue.
So it's more like a Don Henley front yard?
Basically. Yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay. Well, gay stuff?
Gay stuff, that's all I got.
Ta-da! Gay shows.
Gay shows.
Yeah. There's not. I don't know.
The only thing that
felt
we talked about last week was felt. And the only reason why I'm
which
bringing
is
this
a story. Oh, I was going to bring it up anyway.
It's-
I have a hairless chihuahua over here.
up. But I was just saying, after we were watching Felt, getting caught up on it, and I made a post on Facebook and Twitter saying that I would like to go to couples therapy, not because I need it, it's because I wanted to know what I look like as a puppet. Because Felt is couples therapies done by puppets
Yeah,
to keep their
yeah.
And it qualifies on the gay shows thing because it's on Logo,
yeah, and
which
they
has
usually
given
have-
up the whole, we're not going to be a gay station anymore. They seem to have fully embraced their gay stationness again.
Yeah.
And a lot of the couples are gay and lesbian.
Well, they
And-
usually have 3 couples per
Yeah.
half hour, and one of them is either gay or lesbian.
Right. Actually, it seems like they go gay, lesbian, straight. It seems like they have one of each.
Sometimes, and then sometimes they have 2 straights in the gang, or
yeah.
it all depends what they get.
So, okay. Many of you who are watching this podcast may have noticed the lack of facial hair. Ta-da! Look, butt face. Okay, there's a reason why there's no facial hair. Not because I think I look better with no facial hair. Heaven forbid. No, I think I look better with as much of my face covered as possible.
And Karen agrees.
Yeah,
And
I
Karen
do.
agrees.
I do.
Yeah. If I could grow a big Grizzly Adams beard,
Well, no, I didn't mean that.
I'd be
but-
flipping handsome. No. But one of the couples. There we go. One of the couples. The lady was having an issue over the fact that her husband, estranged husband, I guess they were separated.
Yeah, they were separated.
Had a beard that she didn't like, and that he wouldn't shave it.
And he said he wouldn't shave it because it's part of him. He's one with it. But he only had it for like 2 to 3 months.
Right. Now,
I'm
Karen,
gonna say if they weren't together, she don't have a leg to stand on because that's his face.
No, okay. Karen, how long have you've known me for many years. How long have you known me to have facial hair?
For as long as I've known you.
There we go. So, Joseph makes a comment about, because the guy says, yeah, I'll shave it and everything, and she, the psychiatrist, are you saying that just because I'm asking you, or are you saving it for her? And he's like, no, I'll shave it for her. No. And Joseph's like going, oh, he'll shave it for her, but you wouldn't shave it for me. And I'm like going, you don't want me to shave.
Trust me when I tell you what's under here, right?
He's seen it. He knows.
Yeah, we went to high school together before he even knew how to grow that stuff.
Oh!
So, and then it came down to, like, he's going to shave it. You wouldn't shave. If I asked you, you wouldn't shave. I'm
You
like,
wouldn't do it for me.
Yeah. And I'm like going, you don't want me to shave. If I asked you, you wouldn't do it. Okay, well, what do you want me to shave? What you want me to shave it on? Everything. So I shaved everything.
Oh!
There is no hair on these legs.
Oh!
There is no hair on these arms. Pits. No hair. No hair.
And
There's
he shaved
eyebrows.
all 5 hairs on his chest.
Uh-huh. Eyebrows, eyelashes, and hair. That's, hair on top of my head. That's it. Scalp. That's it.
So, tell me again why?
Because he wanted to prove me wrong.
Because I wanted to prove that I love him, and I would do it if he asked me. And he asked, and he's like, everything. And so
or
I
was
did
it really just because you wanted to prove him wrong?
This is Edward here. Think about it.
I'm just asking. Was this really like... Or
I look like an uncooked shrimp now.
That's gross.
With legs.
That is a mental picture that I did not want.
Yeah, you really don't want to say that you shaved everything and you say, I look like an uncooked shrimp.
Well, I mean the whole body.
You know what? I didn't...
Like a... like a Thanksgiving turkey before the timers popped up.
You're not making this any better
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah. So
I'm just saying.
He's completely hairless.
Well, I gotta say that those legs are very pasty.
They are, but...
Those legs are very pasty.
They are, but they're actually still
they
like
look
gorgeous
like
legs.
skim milk.
They do. They do.
But he doesn't exercise anymore. There's no tappa going on anymore.
Oh, what's going on with
No.
that?
I got a jump rope.
Jump rope.
I got a jump rope.
Yes.
And I didn't do the tappa, but I did the squat thrusty things.
Squat thrusty things.
Oh my god! I tried to kill myself one.
Yes,
day.
you know what? Yeah.
Yeah. And,
I heard about that.
And I was still sore the next week. Okay, I still was I was still dying trying to do anything. It's like, but I'm feeling better now. So like,
you need
squat
to do the
thrusting.
30-day crunch challenge. I'm doing it.
Why?
I started on the 1st.
That's a when. I said why. I asked you a different W word.
Because I'm going to tighten and tone this area, and it's going to be awesome.
Okay, so that's I guess
it.
gay shows.
That's our gay shows.
Gay shows. There you go. So, actually, I don't have a bumper for. We're done to gay shows. I think we're just on to like what's left. Which, by the way, Karen.
Oh wait, sports.
Oh yeah,
Sports.
you have sports.
I have something sports.
Sports?
Okay, that was funny. That is a good one.
See, I found a geeky sports reference.
Exactly.
I really liked it. Yeah, that was cool.
It seemed oddly appropriate for the sheer inappropriateness of it.
I think that was the same thing I said, too.
I admit I am a sport. I'm one of those people that.
Oh, okay, you're not saying anything.
I'm not.
There we go.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm one of those people that some of my friends say I need to turn in my gay card, especially in the fall, because I love sports.
Where you need to wear flannel and Birkenstocks.
Yeah.
Oh.
And have
But
a truck.
the reason why we have sports right now is because one of my favorite things has started, and I've been watching it on the internet because they don't have it on TV yet. It's the America's Cup that had just started. Now, do you know what the America's Cup is?
No.
Okay, the America's Cup is a yachting competition.
He's watching boats.
Oh.
These are not like rich Thurston Howell, the third yachts. I mean, these are racing yachts. You know, this year, what I've read, it's catamarans that they're doing. And these things are huge. The sails are huge. They're huge. And I hate to say this because it does happen every so often that they become so top heavy and so light on the bottom that they break apart and in the middle of the race and sink.
That's what. Hey.
Okay, I don't know what my face looks like right now, but I can feel the muscles, and I must just be making like this horrified face, like what?
Watch this. I can turn it back around to gay. That's what happened to Simon Le Bon of Duran Duran.
Yep.
Stop it!
Yes, it is true.
Stop it!
It is true. He was in one of the boats in the races, and he broke apart.
Yeah.
And he was one of the ones who, well, he didn't die, of course, but
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, Simon! See, now that concerns me. I know I had this glazed over look, and I was like.
And now it lends an air of authenticity to the scenes on the video in Rio where they're on the boat.
Wow.
He's really a boat person.
Yeah, this has been going on since
he's English.
This has been, these races have been going on. It takes place about every 2 to 3 years, and they've been going on since the late 1800s.
Wow.
And the story is, it's called the reason why it's called the America's Cup is because England first held the regatta, the races. America won, and it was like almost 120 years before it left America.
Australia.
And then it went to New Zealand.
Oh, I thought. Same
New Zealand,
place.
and then.
That is not the same place.
It's the same
Totally
place.
different country.
But what was funny is 5 years ago, Switzerland won. Yeah, well, Switzerland's not on an ocean.
Yeah, that's how.
Or a sea.
How do they?
They had it out of Italy.
Jamaica doesn't have snow either.
But what they do is they have right now there's qualifying, and what it is basically all the countries is trying to win the qualifying round, and it's that boat against the winner, and they're out of San Francisco this year because the San Francisco team.
So whoever won last year races against whoever wins the qualifier. So it's not like a bunch of boats out there. It's not like NASCAR.
No. not for the actual America's Cup. Right.
Much less explosive-y.
Well, no, but
Right
what
now-
I mean is that there's only going to be 2 boats racing when it's time for the big race.
With the finale, yes.
Okay, that's what I
The
meant.
qualifying, they usually race about 3 to 4 boats at a time.
That's what I meant. I meant
They do like elimination races
They do
where it just
And-
and then
Yeah.
you finally end up with
narrow
the top
down
2.
the field.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what's so funny is that they're actually really mean and rude in the qualifying rounds because the captains cut each other off during the racing.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
That's what you do in racing.
That's what
Yeah.
you.
But the
It's
reason
not
why
like
I
the
got
Olympics
hooked on
where
it
everyone
because
has to
when I
stay in
lived
their own
San
lane.
Diego, they were racing out of San Diego,
Oh.
and we could go and see it, on the news or on TV, so you get really good so you could really see it. But you could go to the edge of Point Loma with binoculars and see them actually.
Wow.
They only race 3 miles. Back in San Diego, it was 3 miles off the coast.
Okay.
In San Francisco, they're racing in the bay. So you could walk to the Embarcadero
See, I
and
thought
just watch it.
I thought they did that on the East Coast.
They did for the longest time. It was out of New York.
Okay.
But then, I can't remember Dennis something.
Rodman.
No.
Hopper.
No. No.
Stop!
He's actually a jerk. But
Rodman.
no.
Hopper.
But he won. He was the San Diego Yacht Club. Won it from New York and took it to San Diego. And he's actually a pompous jerk because of that.
Mitchell.
I don't remember his name.
Stop!
All I can think is DeConcini, but that's a past Arizona senator.
Yeah.
But I can't think of his name.
We don't have water either.
Yeah, I'm sure like there's not a lot of
So that's my
boat
sports.
captains from Arizona.
But we'll talk. I'll be talking a lot more sports.
Once football starts.
Oh, see, now that I'm all for.
I'm all football.
Oh, wait until like we get another Olympics.
That I'm all
Winter.
for. I'm all about
Winter is in February.
Winter Olympics.
I'm just nodding.
Oh, you know what? I don't really want to talk about Winter Olympics. I'm gonna have to get an earful of that from the white guy.
Really? Because Winter Olympics is pretty much the only one I can watch.
He's a snowboarder.
Oh, yeah, that's
really?
not the
Yeah,
one
yeah,
of the.
yeah, that's not the-
that's
yeah,
not
yeah.
like a real sport.
No, curling.
No.
I am
Curling.
all about curling.
Curling.
I
Oh,
love
I
curling.
love
would
curling.
to
Are
learn
you
how to
kidding
play. I would love to
Curling,
learn how to
ice
curl.
dancing. No, I'm kidding on
Curling?
the ice dancing.
No. Yeah. Oh, I love curling.
Curling's cool.
You're kidding me, right? That's
No,
the thing
I
with the
love
brooms.
Yeah.
Curling,
Curling.
bobsleds, luge. I'm not into the
figure
figure skating.
skating. See,
No, not
for
really.
me,
See,
the figure
I
skating-
love figure
Figure
skating.
skating, speed skating,
Speed skating,
Speed-
downhill,
no.
the jumps,
downhill.
jumps,
Yeah.
Yeah, I like those.
with all the weird Japanese people like with their head between their skis.
I don't. No, I like
They're
figure
more
skating.
aerodynamic that way.
I don't like speed skating. Luge.
Eh. What about sculling?
I don't even know what
Oh,
that
those
is.
people are
Actually,
just those
Crazy.
people are crazy.
I don't even know what that is.
He's
What is that?
basically luge, but you're head first.
Oh yes. Okay.
Oh, suddenly now she's interested. Luge, head first.
Well,
All right.
Well, but you know why? Because
they could die.
I am just like anybody else. You know, you watch to see something bad happen. You know you do.
No.
I don't. Not the Olympics. That's just horrible.
Some
It's
people
bad.
do, and
There
I
are
don't mean.
people
I don't
like
mean.
that, yeah,
No,
yeah.
I don't mean just the Olympics. I mean like any of those kind of things. Any kind of dangerous situation. You're waiting to see something happen. You know you are.
And actually, oddly enough, Olympics is the only time I can watch hockey.
I'm not a fan of hockey.
I'm not
I
a fan of
love
hockey,
but
but
I don't like hockey on TV. I have to watch the hockey live. It's a
I-
total different experience.
Not a fan.
I like Olympic hockey because they don't pull that BS of like the fights and all that. Although they did the last one. The last one was more
lot more
like
fights.
regular. Yeah. But in general, they just play the game. And people try to make up excuses of like, hey, no, it's integral to the game and they did it. No, it's not. Okay? It's not integral to the game any more than like having someone like just pile drive their fist through someone else's face in football or baseball. No. You don't do that. It's integral to the game because they know that's the only way that they're going to get all those fans in there. Okay? Because that's what half the fans are there for,
Yeah.
is to watch them fight.
Of course.
Where Olympic hockey, they actually play the sport. You can actually see a sport being played. I can
But
watch Olympic
that's
hockey.
not until February.
Yeah.
Right now, it's all about the America's Cup.
Yeah,
Boats.
see,
Hi
boats and
ho.
hose.
But
They need pirates.
See, now that would be
That'd be
interesting.
cool if they had to like also sail around pirates, like
I
cannons
would watch, right?
flying
I'd
over the
watch something
bow.
like that.
That would.
Arr!
and then in the fall, we'll talk about football.
Yes.
College
that-
or
That would be
NFL?
great if they had
NFL.
pirates.
Okay. I do
You know
both.
what? You know what?
See,
Make,
I prefer college, but I do both.
I used to prefer college, but I honestly I just don't have time to keep up with both, so I'm all about NFL now.
football would be better if they added like pirates and there were cannons firing
No.
across their.
Football is not in the water.
Football would not be
might-
better with
you might-
pirates.
Have I ever told you that
Land
one thing
pirates
about,
running away from the land sharks.
Disney? This goes back to Disney. Did I ever tell you the one thing? Caribbean.
Uh-huh.
It's pronounced either Caribbean or Caribbean.
Yes.
Yeah.
Except for one time.
It's a Caribbean amphibian
What do you mean?
Pirates of the Caribbean. Can you say it the other way?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Does it sound right?
Yes.
Really?
It actually sounds the right way.
I just always think of that song. He's a Caribbean amphibian. And you can't do it. He's a Caribbean amphibian.
Yeah, then it doesn't work.
Doesn't work, yeah. So
that's it for sports. Until next week.
Oh man,
You're the one who did it.
I'm just saying one of us needs to learn how to do a good Harry Carey impersonation.
No.
Yes. Oh my God,
No.
Harry Carey is like the best.
No.
I'm so sad he's dead.
Like 10 years ago.
I know. I still miss him.
Yeah, it helps if you hit record.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know I stopped. We don't have a bumper for going out of things. Remember how I said that? We don't have a bumper for the end.
We don't have a thank you bumper.
Yeah, we don't have a thank you bumper. We don't have a just like we don't have a hey, this was our week bumper. I don't have that. I
So
just
there
have
was
bumpers for the
but
geeks
that's
and the
okay,
gays.
though.
We just have bumpers for geek and gay.
I think that's
So
okay.
we could just that's
But I
so
think
no
that's
bumpers for the
okay.
beginning or end.
Yeah.
pretty much intro,
Intro,
outro.
outro. I don't think. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So, hi. This is where we start thanking people and also like giving
and
pimping out people.
But to the good thing about the mess up from last week's episode, because of that, we are able to go back to Tuesdays and not Saturdays.
Yes. Oh my God.
So
yes.
our little thing
Saturdays
of Saturday
just
thing
sucked.
is
yeah.
a mood issue now.
Yay.
So now
Yeah.
we're back on Tuesday. So that turns out to be a good thing.
Turns out to be a flippin' great thing.
So-
I hated doing the Saturdays.
That is a good thing.
I'm sorry. Anyone who loved the Saturdays, go see a movie on Saturday and come back to see us on Tuesday.
See, Tuesday's awesome because that's plenty of time between Tuesday and Sunday so that you can read comments and see
Yeah.
what people said.
Yes.
And we didn't have
comments
that
are?
time at all when it was Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
Who do we got for comments?
Well, we got, of course, we've got our regulars. We've got wonderful Stewie Monster,
Yay!
who, LMAO, exclamation point. Another funny epi. You three are too much. Lube prize. Now I've heard everything. See you next week. And I meant to bring it. The Spunk Lube.
Oh, yeah, that's right, huh?
Yeah, it's
Weird.
It's lubricating. Yeah. And we heard from, let's see here. Let's see. Oh, I have to read from a distance. Oh, okay. This is a great little story here where
The bats.
The bats.
Yeah,
Did you read
yeah.
that? Yeah,
Uh-huh.
where there's baby bats being saved. I'm so happy about that.
I think you know that they were really cute.
Aren't they adorable? I love bats.
Well, while you're looking for that,
Betsy, my sister, she brought up how we brought up, I guess, the Playboy Manor.
Mhm.
Remember you'd been there,
Yeah, the mansion, yes.
and then Stanley, and she posted a cute little picture of Stanley posing with a cosplay person dressed up as Rogue, on his lap, and it says, "Stan the Man Lee, the nerdy Hugh Hefner."
He kind of is.
He kind of is.
He kind of is.
He was Hef in one of the Iron Man movies.
Yes.
yes.
Yeah. And I'm pointing at a picture that no one can see except for us. But in the picture, just as a side note, on your trip to San Diego, you were speaking of going and seeing George Perez.
Yes.
That's George
it.
Perez.
I know. I see.
Oh, okay.
I know who George Perez is.
Oh, okay. On the trip that dare not speak its name.
Well, it's a trip to San Diego. It's what I'm doing in San Diego. We can't really officially say.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing. And I'm only saying that because of the fact that I don't want to jinx myself.
No, yeah.
Because it's like I was saying, it was about 90% sure, but it's still
Well, yeah.
not a guarantee. But if it doesn't happen, hey, I still get a week in San Diego and out of this heat.
Michelle, she said, thank you for not revealing the location of the Snow White Grotto, and that she also enjoys the Court of Angels, but it's much easier to find.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, I told you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could have sworn you gave me just a confused look when I said Court of Angels earlier.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so but there's still nobody's saying anything
Where the
about
grotto
where it
is. Yeah, the grotto
Yeah, the
is
grotto,
still.
yeah, it's one of those places that in Disneyland that people
Do-do-do.
know, and what's so funny is it's right near the middle of the park.
Don't
But
give
yet
it away.
nobody knows where it's at. But when you go there, it's so nice and peaceful, and
They play music.
they play music. It's the wishing well from Snow White.
Wishing.
Yes,
That's it, yeah.
for the one I love.
Also, she states that Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi was poop. It's made of poop.
Yes,
They
I know.
really effed up. Let's see. Look at me editing for the
Yeah.
sake of Mickey. They really effed up an amazing setup of Empire. I agree completely. The reason why, and she states that the reason why everybody loves Boba Fett is the cartoon they showed in the Star Wars Holiday Special,
Okay.
which is the only watchable part of the special. I remember the special
I do
and B.
remember that,
Arthur.
and
I don't remember there being a cartoon.
I do remember that now. And that is why people love Boba Fett, because in the movies he's like a peripheral nobody.
See, I always thought it was because of the toys, because you know how they had the Mattel Star Wars toys, and
Kenner.
Kenner. Sorry, yes, Kenner Mattel.
Well, yeah.
And the Boba Fett toy was one that you had to mail off for, and it had a rocket jetpack, and you could fire it, except for you couldn't, because when it arrived in the mail, it arrived with a note that said, due to safety hazards, the rocket launcher is now permanently embedded into his back, which made him just a regular toy, and you couldn't fire anything, and it sucked.
But I
It's still
disagree.
bitter.
Return of the Jedi is still a good one.
I
mean, like I said, I was watching it last
You were
night.
watching it, yeah.
I have to
got
agree with
listen
that.
to Ewoks going, ooh, doo, 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 doo,
I actually know that song. You want to hear a crazy story? When I was in grade
No, I want to
school,
hear you sing it. I don't want to hear anything about grade school. I want until you sing that song.
No,
Sing it.
no, I'm not going to sing it.
The story is
When I was in grade school, I was in the children's choir, and we actually sang that song at our big end of the year. Yes.
Concert.
Isn't it like hoopa hunka hoopa hoppa
No.
hoppa hoppa?
no.
You just want me to sing it. You're just
I do.
doing it wrong on purpose because
I'm
you
doing
want me
it-
to correct
I'm
you,
doing it 'cause that's
and you
how
know I
remember
will.
it. No, I'm doing it because that's how I remember it. But
Yep, nub. I'm not going to do it.
Yep.
oh my God, that's right. It is yup nubs.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
Con or
See,
whatever. Yeah.
You are doing
No.
You're
I don't know the
provoking
words.
me to
I don't know
correct
the
you.
words. That's like asking me to quote quote Jabba the Hutt. While I recognize it when I hear it, I don't know the words.
I'm saying that you're trying to provoke
I'm not
me into
provoking
singing it.
I'm not trying to. Although I'm happy that I got a yub nub out of you.
Next time.
And also, I want to share with you. This is a special one for you.
Oh,
Karen.
I know
yay.
we need to go there when we have money.
We do. Marcy, she posted on my wall about a restaurant called Pigley's at the Fair. They do basically fair food. I was joking about how there needs to be a restaurant that does fair food, including like turkey or turkey drumsticks and everything. They have turkey drumsticks. They have corn dogs. They have fried bacon on a stick.
Yes.
They have. Oh my
Yes.
God!
We
I
were
saw
supposed to
their
go this
menu.
past weekend,
Where
but
is
ran
this
out of
place
money.
at? Where is this
Yeah.
place
It's
at?
in Mesa?
It's in some place that's not here. Unfortunately, Mesa. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
in
it's in
Mesa.
Mesa.
It's in Mesa. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Stapley.
Marcy posted a picture on Facebook
Of her food.
of her food. It was a bacon on a stick, brisket sandwich, I believe it was,
Yeah.
and French fries. And it looked so good, especially the grease that was made the paper underneath translucent.
Oh.
And I'm like, I am so wanting to go there.
The only thing that I think makes it inauthentic as far as carnival food or fair food, when I looked at the menu, you could get something other than Coke or lemonade.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Coke, lemonade, flavored lemonades.
Yes.
But lemonade.
That's true. That's true. I had. Oh.
Yeah, I was saying with my restaurant that Either this or like a drive-through bakery type thing, where like you could just
Yeah,
drive
I
through
saw
and say
that.
like cake. I would like a slice of cake and a side order of cookies and a milkshake.
And a milkshake.
And a milkshake.
If you're gonna go all sweet, why not just go all the way?
Yeah, and that it would, you know how like Taco Bell has like you can do the Pizza Express sometimes where they have like 4 or 5.
Pizza Hut.
That there would be a Bacon Express on the side, so like yeah, so you could get like your cake and bacon too. And
I'm all about having my cake and bacon too. Yeah.
And then also that, you know, you'd have like your sodas and stuff, but we would have no diet soda on the menu because who the hell are you kidding if you're going to a bacon and cake shop
No.
for lunch?
Listen. This is what you don't understand about the Diet Coke thing, and I'm going to explain it to you because this is what I do. I go and I order the giant, 5 patties and bacon and cheese burger and an extra large fry and a Diet Coke. And the reason I do that is because I'm already consuming so many calories. I'm not adding any extra calories with a regular soda.
Yeah, we're not going to perpetuate that lie. Yeah. You're
That's
you're already adding so many calories that the calories in your soda, they're just like they're like part of your like retirement fund.
No,
that's
I'm
all
saying
that is.
no.
Yeah.
I'm all about the diet soda.
Nope, no diet sodas.
Yes.
At my cake
I drink
or-
diet soda so that I can eat regular cake.
Yeah, but you're making a meal out of cake and cookies and a shake, so that you can supersize that, and we're not going to give you like diet options. No
Yeah,
diet
same.
options.
So we have any more comments?
No more comments at this moment.
So thank you to Bitsy Mamas,
Thank you to Bitsy Mamas.
which is at 58th Avenue north of Glendale in downtown Glendale.
There
Thank you to Samurai Comics.
and they're at.
They are at 11th Street and Camelback. Is a Phoenix location.
You know, I'm not sure your microphone's on.
Can I hear me?
There we go. Hit us with Bitsy Mamas again.
All right, Bitsy
because
Mamas.
people might have just heard me go there and nothing more.
Okay, Bitsy Mama is 58th Avenue north of Glendale Avenue in downtown Glendale. Thank you guys. Thank you, Lulu and Chris. Oh, and they're also doing a fundraiser for the animal shelter.
They are.
So
They're
if you
competing.
go to Bitsy Mamas, it's Team Lulu versus Team Chris, and it's $1 per paw. And they started it 1st of July, and they've already raised over $302 as of today.
Wow.
That's awesome.
And
But
they're
they
doing
won't
it
say
for the
who's
month.
winning right now.
They won't say who's winning?
No.
Yeah,
When we were there on 4th of July, Team Chris was winning.
you can either give your money to a cute little adorable little girl,
For Team Lulu.
or you can give your money to a somewhat charming, he's gonna work ya dude.
Yeah. And that's Team Chris.
Yeah. I said charming. I didn't say handsome.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying anything about you, dude, one way or the other. I'm just saying.
Wow.
Like,
You're not his type. That's
yeah.
all he's going to be.
No. Actually, I know he's not her type.
Well, he might be.
Well,
your
actually,
type.
he
He's-
might.
Yeah.
Actually, he might be her type.
You never know.
She likes him big and ethnic.
I do, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you to Samurai Comics, which is on 11th Street and Camelback is their Phoenix location. Then they also have one in Avondale and one in Mesa.
There.
Thank you to Drawn to Comics, which is basically 58th Avenue in Glendale.
There.
So thank you. And thank you to Gini Koch. Thank you. Buy my book.
Buy my book. Buy
Wrong
my
arm.
book. Buy my book. Buy my book. And also Marcy.
Yes, Marcy. Thank you to Marcy.
Yay. And I'm just going to give a shout out to Jordan because she's finally on the interwebs. So, hi, Jordan Summers. Buy
Even
her
though
books
you're in
too.
London right now for the summer.
Is she still in London?
She's
for
there
the
until-
whole summer.
Yeah, she
Oh,
wants to
okay.
get. She wanted to get away from the heat, so she goes to London.
That must be nice.
Must be nice. And
Thank you to Gina Reed.
Gina Reed of In Touch Magazine and also
Tumbleweed. And don't forget about Joshua Tree Feeding Program, which is a food box program for the HIV/AIDS community. We are coming up to we are in our 25th year, and we're going to have our grand opening / 25th anniversary gathering in September. I can't say the date yet.
And don't forget, they're a volunteer organization, so any assistance you can give them, they will be more than happy to receive. Go ahead and check them out at www.jtfp.org. O-R-G. And Karen?
I just want to thank whoever put this fair food thing on here.
That's Marcy.
That's Marcy.
That's wow.
That's Marcy. That's this one.
Yeah, thank you, Marcy. Because I'm gonna go and
buy her book.
I'm gonna go out and pig out at Piggly's.
Buy her book. And the sad thing is, like, I'd have to loan you this book. You can't buy it easily. You have to buy it pretty much directly from her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
like I could
because of
like,
the arrangement
go
that
out
she
to
has with the publisher of the story. I guess it's being electronically published.
So I couldn't just like go out to a bookstore and find it.
No,
or-
but you
No,
can do
you-
an ebook.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can
okay.
get an
Okay.
ebook. Yeah, you can get an ebook,
But
or
if
you
you
can hunt
actually-
her down at a con and get it from her.
She's going to be in Tucson.
Oh, she's going to be in Tucson.
Her and Jeff.
Oh yeah, Tucson's having its con coming up, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Isn't
that's
it?
not until October.
Oh, that's not.
No,
what
they're
going
going there for something else, and I can't remember. I'm sorry,
They're go-
Marcy.
Okay, now we're basically telling people, hey, they're going to Tucson, stalk them to buy her
Yeah,
book.
yeah.
Because
Hey, you know, if I'm going
Maybe you don't wanna,
to
like-
pick people out, I'm going to tell them where they can go.
And buy Jeff's
stop.
book while we're at it. I can't remember his last name. That sucks.
Marionette, something.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Jeff. I don't know your last name right
Yeah.
now.
So
But we do have a couple of your books.
We do. I can't remember which ones.
We'll talk about it next week.
Yeah. So
Thank you and good night.
Oh, and
Bye.
catch you guys next Tuesday. Well, don't forget next Tuesday. No more Saturdays.
Yes.
Oh man. See, I didn't have the right screen open. Okay. Bye. Because I didn't have the right screen.
So you
Hearing the boom pouring out your car. 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 So many kinds, where can we start? We like them dumb and we like them smart. I like the ones with the pretty eyes. Well, I like all kinds of guys. Stop. What happened? How about the ones we especially like? Which ones? You know, the ones with the cars that go. I hear
Say
you.
what? Cars, them hoes, them tricks, they go boom. Them tricks, them hoes, them cars, they go boom. Them cars, them hoes, them tricks, they go boom. Them tricks, them hoes, them cars, they go boom.
It was me and the posse with Bunny D. We were cruising in the Jag or the Lamborghinis. When lo and behold, there appeared a Mirage. He was hooking up a car in his daddy's garage. We stopped short, did a double take. He was looking so fly, I thought I wasn't awake. He was obviously hooking up space, I assumed, but then he turned the little button and the car went boom.
Boom.
We like the cars that go boom. We're Tigra and Bunny and we like the boom. We like the cars that go boom. We're Tigra and Bunny and we like the boom.
Say what? Baby, you can drive my car. Say what? Yes, I'm gonna be a star. Say what? Baby, you can drive my car. And baby, I love you. Say what? Cars, them hoes, them tricks, they go boom. Them tricks, them hoes, them cars, they go boom. Them cars, them hoes, them tricks, they go boom. Them tricks, them hoes, them cars, they go boom.
We like them short and we like them tall. We like them one and we like them all. They're always adding speakers when they find the room. They know we love the guys with the cars that go boom. And see, my boyfriend really knows where it's at. He's got 50-inch woofers all up on the back. He makes a comment on going to my room. I'd rather stay out with his car that
Okay, so that music there, that was kind of The Cars That Go Boom by Latrim, but I actually, while looking for that so that I could play it since it seems so relevant to like the episode, I found this version, which is some sort of mashup by some guy named J.R. I guess he's Filipino or something. And he calls this mashup My Other Car, what is it? My Other Car is a Beetle. And it features Latrim, The Cars That Go Boom, Beatles, Drive My Car, and then some guy named Armand van Helden song called Coochie, which in turn uses Gary Newman's song Cars. So there's actually like 4 songs in there. Really quick, we didn't have them with us last night, but this, if you're able to see this is Jenny Koch's book, Alien Proliferation. There's a poof right there, right underneath my my middle finger. And then this is the cover that he said he liked, the green wedding cover one. And that was Alien in the Family. Let's see, by this time she's, Touched by an Alien, Alien Tango, Alien in the Family, and then Alien Proliferation. And then the book after Alien Proliferation is Alien Diplomacy. And then there's 2 more books after that I don't know the name of. But catch you all next Tuesday, because we're back to Tuesdays, baby. Yeah! And have a good week. Bye!